Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, this is Montana State Bobcat Basketball. Brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, Mountains and Mines. And by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Well, after close to a week off, Montana State is back in action today for a two-city, two-game, three-day road trip beginning in Denver before they head off to take on another Big Ten foe, Northwestern, on Tuesday. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly. Pleasure to be with you on this Sunday afternoon from Denver, Colorado. Tonight, it's the Montana State University Bobcats at the University of Denver Pioneers. The Bobcats come in at 1-2 today. They are still looking for their first Division I win of the season after they took care of business against Northwest Indian College on Monday. Now they've had a couple of days off to get some things cleaned up, and they go back to work against a pair of quality Division I opponents. And today, the Denver Pioneers come in at 2-2. They are also looking for their first Division I win of the year. They've racked up a couple of Division II victories against Colorado Christian. Most recently, a couple of nights ago, they have lost to Colorado State by 9. They've lost to Stanford by 23. So those are their other two losses. And both of these teams with a lot of new faces, as most teams at this level of basketball are dealing with. Really all college basketball deals with so many new names and faces and personnel throughout the year, with all the transfers and the roster movement. So both these teams kind of trying to figure themselves out as we get going between the Bobcats and the Pioneers, with this tip-off coming up at the top of the hour. All right, let's get into our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile and see why this Denver Pioneers squad is going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealers with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. This is a Denver Pioneers team under Jeff Wolburn in his fourth year at the helm. They have slowly increased their win total each year over his first three. Last year, a little bit up and down until late in the season when they went on a long run through the Summit League tournament and ended up making the Summit League championship game with the bid to the NCAA tournament on the line. They eventually lost to South Dakota State in that contest, but it was their first Summit League tournament championship game appearance. It was the first time they have reached a tournament championship game since 2005, back when they were in the Sun Belt, just 6 years after they had transitioned back to Division I. So they feel like they're on the upswing. They've got some good talent, but it is a young squad. They've got a couple of quality three-point shooters on the roster, and we'll see how they come together. They also have a couple of big men in the middle. They've got two guys at 6'7", 6'8", and another guy at 7 foot inside. They also have a guy shooting 50% from the field. 50% from three. That's Isaiah Otto Ankra. He's shooting 5 of 10 from downtown. He's 6'7" as a guard. They will go to a guard-heavy lineup, even with some of that size, but we'll see how it kind of plays out. They're incorporating a couple of freshmen into stuff as well. Sebastian Atkins, a true freshman, scoring 9.5 points per game, so he's been good. He's tied for the team lead in field goal attempts, so they've been running a lot through him to this point. We'll see how that all plays out. So it's going to have to be kind of a read and react type day for the Bobcats as they figure out this University of Denver squad today. So that is our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile today. In a little bit, we're going to talk with head coach Matt Logie, see how they spent this time, and get into some of the personnel for Montana State as well as the scouting report for Denver. But first, we're going to step aside. We've got a lot to get to as Montana State and Denver get ready to square off today. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Back courtside at Hamilton Gymnasium, where Denver's been playing their home game since 2020. It's the Bobcats and the Pioneers today as they get ready to meet for the 17th time in program history, a series that dates back to 1923. Montana State has won 2 of the last 3 matchups, but they fell in the most recent game in 2018, losing 74-64. Bobcats trying to get some things going and figure themselves out as they get ready to go tonight. Let's get to our Kendall Ford keys to the game presented by Kendall Ford. Taking a look at what Montana State needs to do here, continue to take care of the basketball throughout this game and this season. Montana State overall has been pretty good, 44 assists to 29 turnovers to this point in the season. They also have 29 steals, so almost as many steals as they have turnovers this year, which is a good ratio to this point. And then it'll be interesting to see how they continue to shoot the 3 ball. So right now Montana State is second in the nation in percentage of points coming from the 3-point line. So 53% of their points come from the 3. Again, that's second in the nation. That can be a good thing. They also are a team that is taking 57% of their field goal attempts from the 3-point line. So they're taking a lot of threes. They're relying on the 3 ball a ton. That rate is 5th in the nation. So they are one of the more prolific 3-point teams in the country. We'll see how sustainable that is for this Montana State team as they continue to go forward. They're shooting 33% from downtown to this point. So if they're going to be shooting that many threes, you would like to see that percentage get up a little bit. We'll see if they can do that some and see if they can get some downhill attack and get some good looks from around the rim. So that is one of the Kendall Ford keys to the game today, making sure that ratio of 3-point field goal attempts is still viable and resulting in quality offense today. So that's one of the things we'll be looking out for between this Bobcat and Pioneers matchup in Denver today. We'll take another break. When we get back, we'll get you some scores from around the league and around the nation as well. And later we'll talk with head coach Matt Logie as we get ready to go for Montana State and Denver. Taking a break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Okay, you say, I want some breakfast. Your so-called boyfriend says, we got eggs in the fridge. Obviously, when you say breakfast, you mean McDonald's. Definitely a side-eye situation.
And now it's a BOGO situation with buy one, get one for $1 on sausage McMuffin, burritos, hash browns, and more. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids. And adults can also be kids. And new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
It's time for a wellness tip from Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Hi, I'm Bill Coffey, CEO of Stockman Bank. As a family-owned and operated community bank, we are focused only on serving the people, businesses, and communities of Montana. And now we are proud to be named one of the world's best banks by Forbes. We thank our customers for the trust you have put in us to meet your financial needs. If you don't know us, stop by and discover the difference at Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking, member FDIC.
Back on the pregame show, it's Montana State and Denver today. Bobcats and Pioneers meeting for the first time since 2018, renewing a rivalry that dates all the way back to 1923 when these two teams were winning those games and battling with a combined score of about 60 points 100 years ago, back in the original Golden Bobcats age in Montana State basketball history. All right, up next, let's take a look at our Wheat Montana weather report today. Outside, it is pretty nice here in Denver. It is sunny. You can see some snow up on the top of the mountains along the Rocky Mountains, and there's some snow still around, kind of in the shade in some areas, but for the most part, it is dry and it is sunny outside. Inside today, it's about 73 degrees, warming up and continuing to heat up as this place begins to fill up a little bit. This is a gym, Hamilton Gymnasium, that doesn't have a ton of seats. It's not massive. It's just one level. Goes up about 20 rows in red bleachers on either side. No seats on either baseline. They do have a running track up on top that you can go take a look at the games for. And we're also connected to their hockey arena. And this is a Denver program that they are a hockey school. They have 10 NCAA national championships on the frozen pond. Most recently, this last year, they've won 2 national championships in hockey in 2022 and 2024. So they've been very good there. They're also a great skiing program. They have 14 national championships in skiing. Of course, we've got a great skiing program at Montana State as well. But Denver, they've been up and down in basketball. They haven't had a ton of success. They've never made an NCAA tournament before. But in hockey and in skiing, they're as good as anybody else around the country. So just a little note on what this Pioneers program has been like as they continue to rise, or try to rise, in the Summit League, which of course includes South Dakota State, and it's the Jackrabbits that have been really the kings of this conference the last couple of years. They've got the Missouri Valley Football Conference, which incorporates a lot of the Summit League teams. So Summit League made up of South Dakota State, South Dakota, St. Thomas, Oral Roberts, Omaha, North Dakota State, North Dakota, UMKC, and, of course, this Denver team and the Summit League. And the Big Sky have the challenge now going forward, which is exciting. Denver will have Sacramento State and Portland State in their portion of the challenge coming up in December. All right, let's take a look at a couple of scores and peek in on how things are doing around the Big Sky right now, presented by First Interstate Bank. A couple of games getting ready to go tonight. Cal Poly is at Eastern Washington. That game is in Cheney. And Weber State is soaking in the sunshine in Honolulu. They are at 3-0 Hawaii later today. Some of the other scores around the Big Sky over the last couple of days, since we haven't been on the air talking about it much. A common opponent between Cal State Northridge and Sacramento State. CSUN beats Sac State 79-69. Idaho loses to Brigham Young 95-71. Idaho State got a win at San Diego yesterday 78-66. Northern Arizona won by 3 against Pacific 60-57. Northern Colorado beat SDSU 78-69. That's a good score for Northern Colorado, considering SDU has been the perennial NCAA tournament representative out of the Summit League. Weber State lost by 30 at Nevada on Wednesday. Montana lost 92-57 at Tennessee on Wednesday, although Monty Williams went off in that ball game. Some of the other games that have gone final the last couple of days: Portland State beat San Diego. Sac State lost to UC San Diego, and Northern Arizona lost to Stanford 90-64. So some of the other scores to keep an eye on. Keeping a peek on Danny Sprinkle and the University of Washington. They are 2-1 right now. They've beaten UC Davis. They lost at Nevada. They beat Seattle Pacific, and they've got UMass Lowell tonight coming up at 8:30 p.m. They also have Alcorn State coming up after that as they approach some of the first early Big Ten matchups. They start some Big Ten matchups in December. They play 2 Big Ten games in December, as the rest of the conference does, before they get into the rest of it. 3 top 25 teams on the slate today. Number 22, St. John's beat New Mexico 85-71. Number 11, Tennessee leading Austin Peay 48-26. 3 minutes to go in the first half there. And number 12, Baylor has Tarleton State coming up at 6 o'clock tonight. Other scores around the top 25 from yesterday. Number 1, Kansas beats Oakland 78-57. Number 6, Duke beat up Wofford 86-35. Number 14, Creighton hosting Kansas City. We're going to see Kansas City later this year in the Big Sky Summit League Challenge. Creighton won that one 79-56. Number 16, Indiana handled South Carolina comfortably 87-71. Number 25, Ole Miss beat up Colorado State 84-69. So those were some of the other scores from around the top 25 and the Big Sky as we get ready to go for this one tonight. Also, we'll be keeping an eye on women's hoops today. They tip off the same time as us. They are at home at the Brick hosting UC Davis. And, of course, hopefully that game is not quite as dramatic as last night's game for the Bobcats against UC Davis, as Montana State football clinches a share of the Big Sky Football Championship an evening ago. It was a heck of a ball game. I was there with Leo Davis and the crew. It was a pretty wild atmosphere in a game in which Montana State fell behind on the first score, and then they rattled off 30 straight unanswered points. Looks like they're kind of good. Game got into a little bit of a lull. Looked like the Bobcats were going to be able to handle business there. And then once we got to about the 7-minute mark, you kind of started to feel it. But UC Davis was able to find a way to score a touchdown, and now they were only down by 15 at that point. That's kind of where it was hanging. You started to feel like the championship was on the cusp there, and the Cats were getting ready to salt it away. Failed to get a couple of first downs. UC Davis goes out and gets a big touchdown with a big play with about 2 minutes to go. Then they recover the onside kick. They get another couple of big plays from Trent Tompkins and Land Larison, but Bobcats bowed up at the end. McKade O'Reilly had an interception on a potential game-tying 2-point conversion, and then Rylan Ort recovering the onside kick to officially seal it and give Montana State an 11-0 record in the regular season before we've got the Brawl of the Wild coming up on Saturday at noon. But before that, a lot of action elsewhere. And, of course, we got the game today, and Northwestern's on tap for Tuesday. We will have Cat Chat on Wednesday. We will be taping our TV show, The Bobcat Insider, on Wednesday as well, so that'll come out. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get a podcast out this week. That is to be determined with the travel. We're flying to Chicago tonight for that Tuesday night matchup, so we'll see. A lot of prep to get done this week before the Brawl of the Wild, so not 100% sure if I'll be able to get that one going. If I'm unable to, I will definitely make sure that I incorporate some of the sound from the post game after that game. Dan Davies did a great job talking to a couple of the Bobcat players last night, so we'll make sure we incorporate that into some of the podcasts as we go forward after the Brawl of the Wild and after we get what the conference or playoff seedings are. So just some things to look out for, and that's what we've got coming up. It is a very fun, very thrilling time of the year, and it does continue today as Montana State and Denver get ready to duke it out tonight at Hamilton Gymnasium. We're going to step aside. On the other side of this break, we will sit down with head coach Matt Logie to get us ready for the Pioneers and the Bobcats. You're listening to Bobcat You're listening to Bobcat basketball presented by Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
Back on the pregame show, we're getting set for Montana State and Denver today. Keaton Gillogly along with head coach Matt Logie. All right, Coach, you talked about the break between these last two games as kind of a mini camp for you. What was some of the focus and how'd you guys handle this time between games?
Yeah, it was a good opportunity for us to, just improve in some areas that we found weakness in the first few games, and then, obviously have a little extra time to prepare here for an important one at Denver today.
What were some of those areas you wanted to improve this week?
Well, I think sometimes early in the season when you're teaching things and establishing an identity, things are taught and received in ways that are very black and white, but the game is often much more nuanced than that. So trying to create situations where we had to read, and react to whether, we need to rotate, when we don't need to rotate, how we can, shore up both our three-point defense, but also continue to have a presence at the rim like we had improved on previously.
as you look at all the new faces and just getting everybody going, how do you view some of the competition for those minutes as guys are trying to break in and really solidify their spot in your rotation?
Well, we've talked about this all year. We have a very deep team that we're very confident in, 1 through 12, and so everybody knows that they've got to be ready for their opportunity. I think we have established some the ability to highlight different roles, but by no means in November, are your roles going to be limiting. And so we want guys to play confident. We want guys to play within our team structure and concepts, and thus far they've been great about it. These guys all came here to be a part of something bigger than themselves, and I'm excited to see as the year unfolds the different opportunities that present itself for guys to step up to that challenge.
One of the guys who stepped up to his challenge so far is Brian Garacki as your leading scorer coming off the bench. How do you see him elevating his game going into his senior year?
Well, I think just his comfort level is at an all-time high. Obviously, he's been with me for 5 years. He knows our system and knows our terminology, and he's really worked to improve in the areas that we've asked him to. And so he's playing very steady, gives us that scoring spark, and is a guy that can play with a lot of different lineups out there.
How are you feeling about Jabe Mullins and Bryce Seffer and how they're complementing each other and running your offense at the point?
Yeah, they've done a good job. I think both are just scratching the surface of what they're capable of, and as the season unfolds and they get more opportunity and more confidence, I'm excited to see what that looks like. I think Jabe's done a really good job of making quick decisions and ball screens and playing for others, and Bryce is a guy that really gives us a defensive pop with his athleticism and can touch the paint and has made some terrific passes. But obviously we want to continue to have those guys be an extension of our coaching staff out there on the floor.
All right, well, another opportunity and more room for building some confidence today against a good University of Denver Pioneers program. They're coming in, one of their leading guys coming back, number 4, DeAndre Craig, a preseason all-conference player. What kind of player is this kid, Craig?
Yeah, he's very dynamic. Someone that started, pretty much from day one here as a freshman last year, was a part of their team that played for the NCAA tournament berth in the Summit League Championship last year. And so he's come into this year, very aggressive and really, is a guy that can touch the paint. He's got a green light in terms of, his ability to score off ball screens in transition and then off the dribble. So it'll be a team effort in terms of, keeping our chest in front of the ball and force them to just take tough twos, take tough shots.
This is the Denver team also that's got some good size in the front court. How do they utilize that, and what's their strength there?
Yeah, Carr's a guy that came over here from Grand Canyon. He's got great size and length at 7 feet tall, and does a great job protecting the rim and being that physical presence down low. I think their forwards, offset that size with their shooting ability and ability to attack closeouts, and so they have a well-balanced team, and we're excited for the opportunity tonight.
Finally, what are some of their defensive tendencies? What do they do on that side of the ball?
Well, I think they're trying to find themselves a little bit in that area. Last year they were, 351 defensively in the country, and this year, depending on who they've played, they've shown a lot of different stripes. And so, one of the big keys for us going into today is just the ability to be flexible and versatile depending on what we see. They've pressed a little bit. They've played some zone. They've played some pressure man-to-man. And so, we just are going to have the ability to adapt on the fly as the game unfolds. All right, going to be a lot of adapting on the fly over the couple of weeks with all these road trips. Going to be a lot of fun these next couple of days. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight. Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we're ready to go between Montana State and Denver. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Open your new Stockman Bank account anytime, anywhere with online account opening. Now, you can open an account in minutes on your laptop, tablet, or mobile phone. It's convenient, simple, and secure. Open your new account today at stockmanbank.com. Then, add our online and mobile banking services so you can manage your money when, where, and how you want. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
Bobcat fans. Celebrate the blue and gold all season at the Golden Arches with McDonald's new Game Day Bundle. Score big with your crew and pick up a cheeseburger pack with 2 classic cheeseburgers, a satisfying 20-piece McNuggets, and 2 orders of the crispy medium fries you love. All for just $14.99 and only on the app. It's the guaranteed win for your home team. Must opt into rewards at participating McDonald's, valid through the 2024-25 basketball season. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock-bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up. Oh, yeah.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Go. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
One-hand slam. That was a ham. Got it to go. It's just that kind of night. Right corner three. Bang! Bang! This is the stuff that legends are made of. Gets it up for the win. Got it. Ball game over. Bobcats win. The Golden Bobcats continue their march. Montana State has done it.
We came here to win, and the best is yet to come.
Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
It's a slow build as the season continues to grow, and Montana State figuring themselves out. But the one thing they do know is that they are a deep and talented bunch. How that plays out in the rotation is to be determined, and it's a hot contest to get some of the minutes in the blue and gold under second-year head coach Matt Logie. Tonight, the opportunity to prove yourself comes against the University of Denver Pioneers. They're in at 2-2, while the Bobcats are 1-2. Both of these teams looking for their first Division I win of the season. Bobcats won against Northwest Indian College on Monday. Denver has a pair of Division II victories, and they have lost to Colorado State and Stanford elsewhere. Before we get to our starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
I'm Keaton Gillogly. Pleasure to be with you today. We've got Jesse Ropolato back in the studios. We've got jubilant Bobcat football fans back at home in Bozeman. Women's basketball is getting ready to tip off against UC Davis as well. And Coach Logie and the men's basketball squad are getting ready to rock and roll, looking for a road victory against a Denver program that reached the Summit League Tournament Championship game a year ago. They are still trying to find out who their leading scorer and best scorers are going to be after losing Tommy Bruner, one of the great scorers in the country last year, who was pouring in 25 points per game. Actually ended up losing over 30 points per game in scoring to graduations and transfers. So they're trying to figure out what this offense is, but they certainly have a couple of very talented scorers, including one of their big men who is an outstanding three-point shooter, Otto Enkra. He's scoring 50% from the three-point line. DeAndre Craig, one of their guards, is a preseason all-conference player. He's leading the team at about 12 points per game this year, up from his 7 points per game a season ago. They are a guard-heavy team despite some of the size on this squad. Typically, they have some guys who are over 6'8" in the front court for them. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for Montana State. Same five: Patrick McMahon, Tyler Patterson, Brandon Walker, Jabe Mullins, and Max Ogbonkpolo. On the other side for Denver, Nick Shogbanyo, Jackson Lee, Otto Enkra, DeAndre Craig, and Josh Pickett. So that's the starting lineup for fourth-year head coach Jeff Wilburn. Bobcats today in the navy blues with the gold numbers on the front and the back. They have the gold Montana State written across the chest in block gold letters. For Denver, they come in their home white today. They've got the crimson and gold trim with the crimson numbers on the front and the back, with their nameplates written across the back as well. Montana State looking for their first win in Denver since 1943. It's been a long time in a series that dates back to 1923 between these two programs out in Rocky Mountain country. Small gymnasium here, Hamilton Gymnasium. Just the one level, about 20 rows on either side along either sideline. And that is about it, so it's nothing crazy. And we'll see if Montana State can get this place rocking with a handful of Bobcat fans here in attendance today. Not too tough to get down to Denver from Bozeman. And, of course, many people out here in Colorado and in Denver have some Big Sky and Montana State ties. We're just about ready to go, set for our tip between the N and the V at center court, where Denver is written out in crimson. The ball is tossed in the air. It is tipped twice and won by a hustling Jabe Mullins. And here we go from Hamilton Gymnasium in Denver, Colorado. And Jabe Mullins stepped on the half-court line and over and back. And the Bobcats turn the ball over to start the afternoon. Montana State, for the most part, has been pretty good handling the basketball. 44 assists, 29 turnovers through the first 3 games so far. Denver now with their first possession of the day. They will work from right to left. Lee tosses it into the backcourt, and it's hauled in over there. DeAndre Craig has it, gives it to Lee at the top of the key. Lob over to the left wing for Pickett. And we got a whistle. They're calling a foul on Max Ogbonkpolo as he was hanging on to his man, trying to keep him from getting around a screen. First foul on Max. Denver will inbound. Inbounding on the left sideline in their own offensive zone with 20 seconds on the shot clock. No score through the first 30 seconds. Craig out of the right wing, weaves into the lane, pulls up. The jumper is in and out. Brandon Walker wins a hard-fought rebound, and he pushes it ahead. Here's Pat McMahon trying to penetrate, spins into the lane, nowhere to go, needs to get rid of it, and does before he hits the 3 count. Jabe Mullins has it at the top. Pivoting, and gets rid of it to Brandon Walker with a bounce pass. Brandon Walker takes it down to the left elbow, and he is bumped and fouled. That foul is on Josh Pickett. Pickett making his first start of the year, first start of his career, a true freshman. He's averaged about 14 minutes a game to start his Division I career. Bobcats working offensively. Out to Jabe Mullins on the right wing in the first 60 seconds of this matchup. No score between the Cats and the Pioneers. Out to Brandon Walker inside. Ogbonkpolo makes the catch, cut into the rack, and he flushes it home with a 2-hand dunk. Oh, that's a beautiful ball movement. The assist from Brandon Walker. Maxa Ogbong-Polo with the first 2 points for Montana State. Denver working it around the perimeter. Lee has it at the top. Steps up to the free throw line, tries a jumper and knocks it down. Josh Lee with his first 2 points today. Playing in his 4th game. Montana State now with the ball in a 2-2 tie. 18:20 to go, first half. Brandon Walker backing it down, spins to the left shoulder, and uses the hook shot and finishes in the middle of the lane at the top of the restricted area. There's that light footwork from the big man, Brandon Walker. Bobcats up 4-2, 18 minutes to go, first half. Denver working offensively. Here's the drive. Banyo cut off by Ogbong-Polo, kicks it out to the top, weaving into the lane, kicks it out. The pass is picked off by Tyler Patterson. He's ahead to Brandon Walker. He gets into the lane and draws the foul. Ado Inkra picks up the foul, forcing Brandon Walker to the line. So Tyler Patterson with the steal and a nice pass ahead. Brandon Walker couldn't quite get out ahead and flush that thing. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. First free throw is good for Brandon Walker. It'll be important for him to continue to knock down his free throws. Came in this year at 6 of 11 from the stripe. Brandon Walker dribbles at the free throw line, puts it up. No good. Splits the pair after bouncing that off the front iron. Denver has the rebound, 17:45 to go, first half. Bobcats leading 5-2. Bounce over to the right wing. Taken up to the top. Pickett hands it off on the right wing. Shogbanyo throws over to Lee on the left side with 8 to shoot. Driving a kick. Shogbong-Poyo steps to the free throw line and drills the jumper. Boy, that's a tough shot. Nick Shogbanyo. His first 2 points, a community college transfer. His first year at Denver. Burying a tough shot. Montana State up 5-4. 17 minutes to go. Just over 17 minutes to go, first half. Brandon Walker spins to the left shoulder, gets inside, lays it in and one. Boy, he faked the spin to his left, came back to his right, drew contact off his forearm, and still found a way to finish on the right side of the rack. Five early points for Brandon Walker. One of the big questions this year that he is excited to answer is how many minutes per game will he play. He was at about 20 last year. Could imagine they'd like to get that up to about 25 or so. Right now at about 15 minutes per game this year, but didn't play a ton in the blowout win against Northwest Indian College. And he misses the free throw, so he's 1 of 3 from the free throw line to start the afternoon. Montana State up 7-4 over Denver. 17 minutes to go, first half. DeAndre Craig throws to the top, back to Craig. Shuffles right with his head up. Give it to Lee, left wing, driving on Pat McMahon, down to the left block, has to reverse into the lane, pulls up the Summit League logo and drills the jumper. It's a tough shot by Josh Lee. 7-6, Montana State leading. Jay Mullins takes it up to the top, curls to the elbow, gives it to Brandon Walker on the dump-off pass. He's in the restricted area, pivoting, goes up, lays it, no. Fight for the rebound and won by Denver. Isaiah Carr was there on the defense, getting some of his first run today. He's one of the big men. He comes in at 7 feet. Elbow jumper the other way, rims out. That's no good, out of the hands of DeAndre Craig. Bobcats come the other way with a 1-point lead. Brandon Walker's at the top of the key. Throws to Tyler Patterson on the right wing beyond the arc. Back to Walker. Bounce pass underneath. Mullins jams it home with a right-hand slam. That's a phenomenal pass by Brandon Walker from the elbow down to the baseline cutter, Jay Mullins, and he finishes with some juice. Denver with it. They trail 9-6. Lob into the post. Carr spins, hooks, got it. Easy finish for Isaiah Carr. He had positioning on Tyler Patterson. Carr, the 7-footer, able to use his size easily. came in averaging 9 points per game. Mullins on the drive, lays it up. Nobody draws the foul. Chagbanyo picking it up. And Jay Mullins will head to the line. When we come back, our first stoppage. Bobcats are hot from the field. They're 4 of 5 to start the afternoon. Montana State leading Denver 9-8 with 15:25 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Okay, you say, I want some breakfast. Your so-called boyfriend says, we got eggs in the fridge. Obviously, when you say breakfast, you mean McDonald's. Definitely a side-eye situation.
And now it's a BOGO situation with buy one, get one for $1 on sausage McMuffin, burritos, hash browns, and more. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State is leading it 9-8 over Denver. 15:25 to go in the first half. Both teams shooting it hot to start the night. Bobcats 4 of 5 from the field, 5 points from Walker, 2 from Mullins, 2 from Ogbonkpolo. Denver 4 of 6 from the field. So they are knocking it down right now as well. Montana State 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Jay Mullins is going to the stripe. Chikanaduka into the game along with Brian Garacki, who is the Bobcats' leading scorer right now, shooting 57% from the field, 59% from downtown. First free throw is good for Jabe Mullins. Yeah, Garacki right now 10 of 17 from the three-point line to start the season. Second shot is good. Mullins has 4 points. 15:25 to go. First half. Montana State up 11-8 over Denver. Sebastian Atkins, true freshman, run to the point now. Rotates it around to Lee, and it's stolen. Jay Mullins in transition, 2-on-2, slows it down, gives it to Ogbonkpolo trailing. He goes to the rack and misses a tough layup with the contest. Denver hustles it the other way. Chagbanyo fires it into the left corner. Atkins weaves up to the top of the key. Fires it over to the right wing. Sean Monty. Bounce pass down to the right baseline. Carr draws the foul. Pat McMahon poked it away, but apparently got the arm. First foul on Patrick McMahon. We should wish a happy birthday to our boy Shamrock Campbell. Dobo for Montana State. Takes care of all the travel, all the food, all the plans. Does a lot of heavy lifting. Does a phenomenal job. And Sham on the bench right now, the Carroll College alum. Want to wish him a happy birthday. Drive and a pass kicked out of bounds off the foot of Ogbonkpolo. That'll reset the shot clock. 14:45 to go first half. Montana State 11, Denver 8. Both teams looking for their first Division I win of the season. Atkins ready to throw it in. Lobs it out, and Carr hauls it in beyond the arc on the left wing. Hand off to Monty. Slings it up to the top of the key for Lee. Hand off there. Atkins working on Mullins, gets into the paint, off-balance layup, does not fall. Great effort by Mullins defensively. Pat McMahon clearing the rebound and running. He's down into the mid-post. Trying to get rid of it. Now turns away. The fall-away jumper, that's no good, and Ogbonkpolo picks up a foul. His second now. as he gave a shove looking for the rebound. That'll bring Bryce Zephyr into the game. His father making the trip up from L.A. to watch him play. Sitting in the seats today, this afternoon. It's all one day. Not going to lie, after the football game last night, it still feels like it's Saturday night. 14:22 to go, first half. Montana State leading at 11-8. Denver has the basketball going from right to left. Sebastian Atkins, true freshman at 6'2", throws it over to the right wing. Lee hands it off to Carr, gives it back to Atkins. Fires it into the left corner. Bobcats bringing some good defensive intensity today. Bounce pass down to Carr. Tries a right-handed hook shot. No good, but the putback is through. Tough finish by Lopez San Vicente. He really came streaking in to win that one. Bounce pass. Oh, I thought that got kicked. How was that not a kick? It's turned over, and Lee the other way with a one-hand jam. And then the inbounds pass is stolen. Lopez San Vicente, and it's taken back by Montana State. Bobcats from left to right, thrown ahead to Bryce Zephyr. He takes it to the top and gives it to Jay Mullins. The Cats are working with a couple of ball handlers. And a foul. Chika Nduka, an offensive foul. His elbow caught Isaiah Card. I think they're going to take a look at it. And see if he had any forcible contact above the shoulders. Both teams coming out with a lot of energy, flying high. A big right-hand dunk, a big part of it from Josh Lee. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. We'll be back at the Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat starting in the new year in January. We've got one more football Cat Chat coming up on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Coach Logie already getting a bit of a warning from the officials as he was arguing what certainly looked like it was supposed to be a kick ball that turned into a fast break dunk. So the officials have finished looking at it. We did not see the replay here. Now they are discussing the contact that Chika Nduka had. They already called the common foul. Are they going to upgrade it? See if I get a look of it here. Yeah, it was incidental, but he did get him. Flagrant one. Yeah, it's going to be a flagrant one. That's probably the right call. It was mostly incidental, but there was contact. And the big part about that is the intent. There wasn't intent there, but there was contact. So 2 free throws for Denver, and they will get the basketball. So that'll send Isaiah Carr to the line. And Denver looking to extend an early lead. First free throw is good. Isaiah Carr transferring from Grand Canyon, second year here at Denver. Both free throws are good. Only played 9 games at Grand Canyon. He was on the roster when we went there to open up the 2022 season, where Montana State gave up a lead and lost late against that GCU team, which was pretty darn good. Atkins has the basketball for Denver. Throws it up to the top of the key. DeAndre Craig working with the dribble. He still has the standing bounce, now lobs into the post. Tough contested catch, and the layup is good by Isaiah Carr. All right, Denver on a little bit of a run here. And now whistling a foul away from the ball. That goes on John Manny. His first. Sam Lekalot checking into the ball game. So is Jed Miller. So it's Garacki, Miller, Lekalot, Zephyr, and Nduka. a hot contest for minutes on this roster. These are your opportunities right now. Lecolot has it, takes it down into the mid-post, trying to back it down into the post on the left side, spins into the lane, the right-handed hook shot rimming and falls. Sam Lecolot looking like a true back-to-the-basket center on that finish with a right-hand hook. That helps stymie an 8-0 run for Denver. Craig to the elbow. Throws it back out to the top. Around to the left wing, Atkins. Picked up by Lecolot. Bounce pass into the post. Catch is made. Lopez San Vicente backing it down. Lays it up. No good. Fight for the rebound and a foul called on Denver. But that was good defense. That was Jed Miller at 6'2", going up against the 6'8" Lopez San Vicente. And he helped affect that shot and keep it out of the rim. And then a foul called on Denver after that, going after the rebound. 12 and a quarter to go, first half. Montana State trailing 16-13. And Zephyr draws a hand check foul on Sebastian Atkins, and they're really starting to call this thing tight right now. Got to keep that in mind. They're calling it both ways, but definitely need to be wary here. It kind of grabbed his left shoulder. It didn't really affect his movement. He grazed the left shoulder. And that'll put the Bobcats at the line for a 1-1 already into the bonus with 12:09 to go in the first half. The front end, no good. Sam Lecolot grabs the rebound, jumping across the baseline, saves it, and then it's tipped out of bounds by Denver. Terrific effort by Sam Lecolot. Bobcats really struggling to start at the free throw line tonight, 3 of 6. Garacki to inbound, gives it to Brandon Walker at the top. From the right wing, Walker hands it off for Garacki, giving up to Zephyr, around to Miller on the left wing. Back to Zephyr, top side, 8 to shoot. To Walker with a bounce pass, right wing, 6. Into the right corner, Garacki, 4. Garacki driving the right baseline, 3. Turns around, fall away, Jay, left it short. Shot clock violation. So the defense steps up for Denver on that possession. And they will have the ball when we come back from this break. 11:47 to go in the first half. Denver leading Montana State 16-13. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. It's a good one today. Denver leading Montana State 16-13. Both teams are shooting the ball well. We are at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, courtside at Hamilton Gymnasium. Quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard presented by First Interstate Bank. And the Bobcat women leading at UC Davis 19-16 early in the second half. second quarter rather. Denver has the basketball. Of note, neither team has attempted a three-point shot yet today. We highlighted how often Montana State has been taking three-point shots this season, and it seems they have really emphasized trying to get the ball inside. Out to the top, Lopez San Vicente throws it to Atkins, drives the left baseline, nowhere to go against Brandon Walker, curls into the lane, tries a short jumper, that's no good, and then a foul called on Denver. Lopez San Vicente coming over the back of Bryce Zephyr. They are calling this really tight right now, so you have to be very, very careful. They're calling it even, but they have set the tone that they are going to call basically everything. So you have to adjust your style of play. Montana State going to the line. They will have a 1-and-1. Now, even in a game that's being tightly officiated, Montana State only has 4 personal fouls. So they've done a nice job in that regard. While this was the 8th team foul for Denver. So a 1-and-1 for Bryce Zephyr, who missed the front end in his last trip to the line. The lefty gets it. Free throw shooting for Montana State early this season. 73% from the free throw line. That miss that Zephyr had in his last trip to the line was his first miss of the year. Second shot is good. So Zephyr hits a pair. He's got his first 2 points of the afternoon. Bobcats 2 within 1. 11:25 to go first half. Denver 16, Montana State 15. Denver working from right to left. Josh Lee out on the right wing. With a lefty dribble to the elbow, spins down to the right block, lost his balance, picks it up and has to get rid of it, thanks in part to the Lecolot defense. Now here's a drive. Atkins has to kick it back out. Thrown back to Atkins at the top, 8 to shoot. Atkins against Miller, and he had his pocket picked by Lecolot. And the Bobcats dive on the floor. Brandon Walker was getting dirty, picking that loose ball up. Ahead to Zephyr, he tried to break his man down one-on-one, didn't have it, and wisely slows it down. Smart play to Walker, spins to the right shoulder, lays it, no, but draws the foul. Ooh, he went down hard, landing on that right elbow. He kind of hooked Isaiah Carr's arm. Didn't really necessarily seem intentional, but Carr kind of got his arm caught in the cookie jar while Walker was pivoting. So Walker diving down hard on the floor to help secure that loose ball. Then he comes the other way, picks up the foul on Isaiah Carr. So the 7-footer out of New Mexico now has 2 fouls. All right, Brandon Walker to the stripe. Important free throws. And this one ties it. 16 all, one more coming for Brandon Walker. Jed Miller getting some run out here right now. One of the big keys for Jed is how well he can hold up defensively. As Walker splits the pair again. Brandon Walker struggling from the free throw line. 2 of 5. Denver with the ball in a tie game. Chuck Bagno down to the left block. Still nobody has attempted a 3 tonight as Jed Miller knocks it free, and he is caught on the baseline. 16 all, 10:35 to go in the first half. Otto Enkra looking to get it in. He does, throwing it up to the top. Chuck Bagno slings it around to the right wing. Now Craig on the drive to the rack. Lefty finish, spins off the window and through. That was some good defense by Sam Lecolot, and DeAndre Craig with a crafty finish around the rim on the left side of the iron. Denver retakes the lead up 18-16. Bounce pass down to the mid-post right side with 10.25 to go first half. Brandon Walker backing it down. Spins over with his left hand. The hook shot rims out, no good. Tipped out of bounds going to Denver. Good job by Brandon Walker going right at Isaiah Carr, who's playing with 2 fouls right now. 10:09 to go first half. Denver up 18-6. Out of the left wing, Chuck Bagno takes the elbow, pulls up. That jumper is good. Now coming the other way, Patrick McMahon, and a blocking foul. On the drive, Josh Lee tried to take the charge. Didn't quite get squared. That was a close call. Could have easily gone as a charge. So Lee picks up his first. Taking another look at it. Yeah, that was a good call. He was close, but he never really got squared up. He was still kind of like sideways. His feet looked set, but again, the chest and the shoulders weren't squared to Pat McMahon. First free throw attempt for Pat is short. Montana State 6 of 11 from the free throw line. That is not going to get it done. Next free throw is good despite a lane violation by Carr. First point for Pat McMahon today. Tyler Patterson getting ready to check back in. It's Miller, Garacki, Walker, Lecolot, and McMahon. Chuck Bagno taking it to his right. And we got a foul. Pat McMahon getting tagged for it as he was fighting with Carr. And Pat McMahon picks up his second foul. And a night in which the whistle usage is high. If you were getting paid per whistle, this would be a high game rate today. Otto Enkra looking to inbound on the baseline. And it's picked off. Sam Lecolot tipped it to himself. Just clean one-on-one, and Lecolot won it. Long pass ahead to Pat McMahon, working on a guard down to the mid-post left side. Spin into the right shoulder. Has to kick it out. Brandon Walker thought about a three. Now drives inside to the rack, lays it up. Short, but draws the foul. That's going to be the third on Isaiah Carr. So Isaiah Carr was playing with the two fouls. He just picked up his third as Brandon Walker took the contact to him. And Walker will go to the line. Boy, that's a tough call. Carr was really trying to back up there. And as Brandon Walker brought his hands up, that left elbow came up, and that's what made contact with the arm of Carr. First free throw for Brandon Walker is good. He has 7 points. The 7 points are a game high. Jay Mullins is the second most for Montana State with 4. It's a one-possession game with 9:26 to go in the first half. Walker's second free throw is no good. He splits it again. So Walker is 4 of 7 from the free throw line. 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Handoff out of the left wing. Sean Bagno working on Brandon Walker, brings it out. Now with a lefty dribble into the lane. Stops, kicks it out to the right wing. Here's a drive. Josh Lee draws the foul as he was going up. A couple of hands were in there for the Bobcats. It's Sam Lecolot who's hit with his first foul. So it's Walker, Patterson, Mullins, Lecolot, and McMahon. We'll definitely kind of keep updating, keeping an eye on the rotations for Montana State, because it's something that's going to be a fluid situation really throughout most of the non-conference. First free throw for Josh Lee is good. Lee, the junior, transferring in from community college. Mississippi native, long way from home. Lee looking for a game-high 8th point. It's good. 22-18, Denver leading Montana State. 9 minutes to go first half. Jay Mullins slings ahead to Tyler Patterson, making a catch in the right corner. Slings it up to the top. Brandon Walker gives to Patterson. He drives down to the right baseline, pulls up for 2. That's no good. Rebound won by Denver. Still no three-point attempts from either team tonight with 8:44 to go in the first half. Craig crosses it over. Has to take it back out. Backing it up. Guard against Brandon Walker. Craig crossing over to the elbow, back to his left, down to the mid-post. He's swarmed, has to get rid of it. Ogbongpolo tips it free into the backcourt. Good one-on-one defense with Walker. Now a drive, Lee to the rack, lays it. No, Ogbongpolo affected the shot defensively. Walker has the rebound. Out to Lecolot on the left side. Handoff Ogbongpolo. Pumps the 3, works his way into the lane. Double team is there. Tip free and a foul. His bodies were diving on the hardwood. And Ogbongpolo picks up the foul. His third as he was laying out for the loose ball. So Coach Logie trying to trust Ogbongpolo with the 2 fouls. Tough call on Ogbongpolo. It looked like he had that inside position, was going after the basketball, but they're going to say kind of use the arm to restrict that movement by DeAndre Craig. It's the 7th team foul, so Denver will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Here's the front end. DeAndre Craig knocks it down. Bobcat basketball is presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food. Order from anywhere and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. Craig last year struggled from the free throw line at 58%. Here he knocks down 2. 4 points for Craig, who leads the team at 12 points a game. Denver opening up one of the bigger leads early today, 24-18. The Pioneers in front by 6 with about 8 minutes to go in the first half. Mullins curls the free throw line, bounce down to Lecolot, makes a contested catch, can't finish down to the right block. Boy, it looked like he got grabbed, and on an afternoon in which they're blowing a lot of whistles, I'm surprised they swallowed it there. Craig into the lane, to the cup. High arcing layup is good and one. He had Mullins and Lecolot in his grill, and he got up and finished high off the glass and will go to the line for a chance at a three-point play. What a finish. We'll step aside. 7:49 to go in the first half. Denver leading Montana State 26-18. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. We've been counting by twos all afternoon. 7:49 to go in the first half. Denver leading Montana State 26-18. Neither team has attempted a three-point field goal today. Catching a bit of foul trouble here. Ugmong-Polo has 3 fouls. Lecolot with 2, and McMahon has 2. Isaiah Carr has 3 for Denver. He's the only one with multiple fouls today. To complete a three-point play, DeAndre Craig converts from the free throw line. It's 5 points for DeAndre Craig, who's their leading scorer. Now some three-quarter court press. Bryce Seffer brings it up, takes it across the half-court line cleanly. Confident moves by Bryce Seffer. Given it to Duca at the top of the key. Hand off to Zephyr. Throws over to Mullins on the right side. Takes it down to the right baseline. Down underneath. Reverse layup. He's able to finish with the left hand coming down the right baseline. Use the left hand to the glass. Using the backboard and the rim as a kind of a screener. And Jay Mullins able to finish, breaking about a 2-minute scoring drought. MSU down by 7. Toss is picked off. Jabe Mullen with the steal. Jabe Mullins takes it the other way from left to right. He fires into the post, and that pass is taken away by Lee. Here comes Craig the other way. Cats get back defensively. Thrown into the left corner. Oh, and a foul. The pump fake had Mullins rising. And Shugbanyo got caught around the shoulders with Mullins' knee. Jay Mullins has his first foul. Well, he got bit on that play fake, or that shot fake. Now Denver going back to the line where they're perfect today, 7 of 7. Craig puts it up. Got it to go. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Craig will line it up again. And that is through. So DeAndre Craig now with 8 points today. Three-quarter court press. Inbounds to Jed Miller. Goes over to the right sideline for Zephyr. And then out to the right wing for Garacki. He drives down to the right baseline. Gets underneath. Backing down. And had it taken away. A turnover. The 8th of the half for Montana State. Lee throws it up to the top. Chakbanyo wanders over to the right wing. Still no three-point attempts today. Chakbanyo backing it out. Driving a kick. Pickett throws over to the left wing. Akins tries our first three-point field goal today. That's short. Offensive board. Put back. Yes. Otto Ankra able to finish on the putback. Bryce Zephyr hit with his first foul. That was a deep three. Missed it well short, but kind of a lucky bounce there for Otto Ankra. Sam Lekelot into the game now. More pressure from Denver as the Bobcats have turned the ball over 8 times. Thrown over to Bryce Zephyr on the right sideline. On the drive, Zephyr to the cup. Beat his man and got to the hole. Zephyr finishes with a right-hand layup. It's good downhill basketball by Montana State. MSU down by 10, 32-22. Chakbanyo up to the top, crossing over to the elbow, spins into the paint, stops, pops, jumper, short, Lekelot the rebound. Out to Zephyr. He takes it from left to right. Spin move to get a little space. Up to the top, picks up the dribble, bounce pass to Naduka. Moves right around a screen, down to the baseline, out to the block, kicks it out to the left corner. Zephyr on the drive, down to the mid-post. Kicks it out to Miller. Into the lane, jump pass out to the right corner. Bounce backs down to Naduka in the right block. 5 to shoot, turns, jumper, no! Some contact, no call. Denver the rebound. Chakbanyo to the elbow, throws it back out. Now into the free throw line, a kick back to the right wing. Here's a three, no good. Rebound tipped, won by Denver. Chakbanyo draws the foul. Chika Naduka's there. And the officials trying to get in between everybody there, make sure nothing got funky. So it was a tight whistle to start, and now it's kind of loosened up a little bit. Second foul on Naduka. Chakbanyo at the line. Out of Arlington, Texas. Chakbanyo averaged 15 points a game last year at the JUCO level. Free throw is good. Brandon Walker back into the game. He's got 7 points on 2 of 4 shooting. Denver shooting 52% from the field right now. And these two teams combined 0 for 2 from 3. Bobcats have 2 assists on 7 field goals. Assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. That free throw is short. Brandon Walker clears the rebound. Third board for Brandon Walker. Patterson out to Miller. 5 minutes to go first half. Montana State down by 11. Miller around a screen to the elbow. Kicks it back out to Lekelot. Bounce down to the right block. Brandon Walker backing down on a guard. Shoulder to chest. Goes up, lays it. No. Tip around. Recovered by Walker. And then a foul. Walker accidentally got his defender with the elbow. Pickett is slow to get up. They're going to take a look at it. I'm not sure what they called the whistle on. Kind of raised his arms up, and now Denver really talking to Brandon Walker. They need to control their man. Sebastian Atkins is livid. He's got his own teammates pulling him back. Bobcats walking away. They're going to take a look. There was definitely contact. It wasn't malicious, but Sebastian Atkins needs to chill. Montana State doing a nice job getting their guys out. Bryce Seffer cooling Brandon Walker off. He had a man behind him. He raised his hands up with Pickett behind him. So he's going in, shoulder to chest, backing him down. He had his right shoulder into Pickett's chest. And then he started to fake left, brought the elbow up a little bit, then came back right. Pickett moved so far over. Pickett was kind of on his right hip. I don't think Walker was anticipating Pickett being up there, so he just kind of moved up to try to fake going left to go back right. Wasn't like he was trying to clear out space. He was just raising his arms up to try to go get that shot. Now, the one shot they did have, he threw his head back. You can't actually definitively say there was contact there because you're screened by the defender. Now what they're looking at is the kind of the over the basket cam, because that's the one you're going to need to make sure that there was contact there. I mean, Pickett went down and looked like he was in a lot of pain. They also blew the whistle. I don't know if it was for the injury or for a foul, because Montana State still had the basketball. Pickett was down, and they are spraying some of the disinfectant down, which would tell you that there was some blood on the floor. But I haven't gotten word that there was a foul yet, because you shouldn't be stopping the ball if Montana State, or stopping the play if Montana State has the ball. I mean, I'm sure there was contact there, but I'm not 100% sure. Sure seems like there was, but based on the video we saw, there was actually not anything definitive, and it definitely wasn't intentional. But I do imagine there was contact, so you imagine there's probably a flagrant one coming if they have the view. Now they're going back to the monitor again. Coach Logi's getting an explanation. Okay, just saw another replay, didn't have definitive views there. And I still don't know if there was another foul for going after the loose ball while the defender was down. So Logie again getting an explanation. Both coaches getting an explanation. Nobody seems too upset with what has been said here. Okay, they're explaining it to the TV broadcast. Okay, we're getting a call. All right, so they are going to give a flagrant one to Brandon Walker. That's probably the right call. There was contact, but it was not intentional. You have to look at the intent there. But Brandon Walker's also going to the line to shoot some free throws here because there was the foul. That's why they did stop play. There was the foul on Denver. Ado Ankra was called for the foul. That's why they actually stopped play, so that was the right administration of that. So Brandon Walker at the line. The second free throw is good. So Walker hits them both. He's up to 9 points now, and now the flagrant one will send Denver to the line. Ado Ankra will shoot two. That free throw is good. Yeah, I'm glad the officials explain things to TV, but they never explain things to the radio broadcasts. Ado Ankra knocks it down. So he hits both. It's a wash on the free throws. Seems everything was administered correctly, and Denver will have the basketball. All right, Denver's going from right to left. They're up by 11 with 4:44 to go in the first half. Cats have turned the ball over a bunch. They've missed some free throws. Craig out on the left wing. Crosses over to the elbow. Out to Atkins. Takes it up to the top of the key. Throws around to Lee on the right wing. Lee has the dribble on that right sideline. Guarded by Patterson. 8 to shoot. Lee now picked up by Walker. Tries at three. That's no good. Jed Miller clears the rebound. Bobcats trying to get things going offensively. They have not attempted a three-point shot today. Zephyr out at the top. Throws to Miller on the left wing. Into the post. Brandon Walker at the free throw line. Kicks it out to the left corner. Then handoff for Miller. Miller on the drive, then cut off. Gives it back to Lechlot with 8 to shoot. Now 7. Walker into the lane. Pump fake. Goes up. Draws the foul just short. Good patience by Brandon Walker. And he'll go to the line for a couple of crucial free throws. When we come back, Lopez San Vicente picks up the foul. And Brandon Walker will have a chance to make this a single-digit game after this timeout for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. It's getting feisty. 3:54 to go in the first half. Denver leading Montana State 35-24. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Real milk is an essential. Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. We're back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Hello to Mac Levere. I hope I said your name right, Mac, tuning in as they are driving back from Boise today. He says, "Go Cats, go." 3:54 to go, first half. Montana State trailing 35-24 with Brandon Walker going to the line for his 10th and 11th free throws. Montana State has trailed by as many as 12 in this game. And again, have not attempted a three-point shot. Neither team has hit a three. Pretty wild considering Montana State has one of the highest usages of three-point shots across the country. Brandon Walker hits the first free throw. He's in the double figures with 10. Walker now 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Next shot is good. Good to see Walker hit them both. He's got 11. Montana State down 35-26, 3:51 to go in the first half. Denver with the ball to our left. DeAndre Craig with it. He tries to drive on Walker, gets underneath, then comes back to the top of the restricted area. Great one-on-one defense. Pass is tipped out of bounds, and it's going to the Bobcats. That's how you bring some energy defensively. That was Brandon Walker on an all-conference guard. He stayed right in front of him with his lateral movement, and that forced a tough pass, which was tipped by Jed Miller off of a Pioneer, and the Bobcats get the ball back. That is a potential turning point play on defense. And Zephyr draws a hand check foul. DeAndre Craig put both hands on him. That's a textbook call. And Montana State will go to the line. All right, here you go. Bobcats starting to find some traction. So Bryce Zephyr to the stripe. 4 points today and comes up short on the first free throw. Bobcat basketball is brought to you by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute when you are ready for something new. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. Next free throw is good for Bryce Zephyr. He has 5 points today. Montana State bringing it on the defensive side right now. Pass up to the top, pump fake for the three, steps to his right, now lets it go and drills it. Otto Angra hits the first three of the game with 3:08 to go in the first half. His pump fake got Lekelot in the air. Garacki down to Walker, rises and jams with a right hand. Brian Garacki the dish, and Brandon Walker taking some frustration out on the rim. He's got a baker's dozen. Now Craig a step back three. That's no good. Miller with the rebound, pushing the tempo from left to right. Cats down 9 with the ball. Handoff for Garacki. Takes it down to the left corner. Goes back up to Zephyr. 2:35 remaining in the first half. Zephyr to the free throw line. Kicks out to Miller. He dials up the first three of the night. That's no good. And a foul. Sam Lekelot going after the rebound. Had his hands on a man who was off balance and then fell. And Lekelot picks up his third. And that'll walk Denver all the way back the other way. So Jed Miller attempts the Bobcats' first three-point field goal attempt with about 3 minutes to go. And Denver hits their first with about 3 minutes to go on the previous possession. They're 1 for 5. Montana State 0 for 1 from the Wendy's three-point line. Otto Ankra knocks down the first free throw. Brandon Walker leading all scorers with 13 points, 4 rebounds. Mullins has 6, Zephyr has 5. Bobcats 8 of 18 from the field, 13 of 20 from the free throw line. That free throw is good. Otto Ankra gets it in. He's having a good day. He has 10 points. 2:25 remaining first half. Denver leading Montana State 40-29. Zephyr crosses over into the post, into the lane, stops, pops, jumper short. He wanted a foul. Denver has the rebound. Craig races it into the front court. Up to the top. Atkins takes it to the right wing. Now curls underneath, going to the rack, lays it. No, they called a foul. Zephyr was kind of riding the hip. Had his arms way up high, but they're going to call that on the body. It's a questionable call, but the answer is yes in the eyes of these officials. So that'll put Sebastian Atkins at the line. First free throw is good. First points for Atkins. He stays perfect in his college career. It's his first year. He is 9 of 9 for the free throw line. Boy, Atkins really cut his hair. His picture on the video board on Media Day, he's got big, long, curly hair. It's all tightly cropped now. Second free throw is good for Sebastian Atkins. Montana State down by 13, their largest deficit of the day, with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Jed Miller takes it to his right. Lobs into the post. Walker makes the contested catch, goes up, lays it, no. Tip back, no. Boy, it looked like he got hit on the forearm there. Coach Logie rubbing his temples. Craig backing it out on the left wing. Takes it right around a screen, working on Walker. Miller comes in for some help defense, forces Craig to pick it up. Kick out right wing three. That's no good. And Brandon Walker has the rebound. Not a big crowd, but they were ready to burst. Cats down 13 with the ball. Out to the right wing. Jay Mullins picks up the dribble, throws to Patterson, back to Mullins. Takes it to the left wing, now turns the corner. He's going to the cup and lays it in on the left side. Jay Mullins with a flash. He's up to 8 points. 1:03 remaining first half. Denver with an 11-point lead in the ball. Chagbanyo throws to Atkins. He's on the left wing holding. Atkins with the dribble. Goes back to the left side. Chagbanyo, 7 to shoot, one-on-one against Walker. Chagbanyo bobbles into the lane. Fall away Jay. That's good in the paint after he bobbled it. Good defense by Brandon Walker. 35 seconds left first half. Montana State down 44-31. A timeout called by Montana State. Cats were running out of a little bit of wind there. And again, a timeout by the Cats. Check in back at the brick. Coach Binford has Montana State up 42-31 with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter over there. Dykstra has 10 points. Martin has 10. And Morales has 7. So Montana State on the women's side has stayed in front for most of the day over there. 34 seconds to go first half. And an important opportunity to draw something up here with Montana State down by 13. Be curious to hear from Coach Logie after the game about their philosophy of the three-point shot. Again, just one take, and that was a wide-open shot. But again, they've been taking a lot of threes this year. Over 50% of their shots have been from the arc. All right, Montana State will inbound from the right sideline. Pat McMahon throws it to Jed Miller at the top. To Walker at the free throw line. He gets into the paint on the right block. Now spins back into the lane. Comes back to his right shoulder. Lays it up. No, but draws the foul. Josh Lee picks up his second. Used two hands to push Brandon Walker. So Walker will go to the line. Montana State will shoot their 21st and 22nd free throws of the afternoon. Join Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $40 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsclub. First free throw is good for Brandon Walker. Timeout called by Denver. 14 points for Brandon today. Averaged 13 a game last year. First team all-conference preseason this year. Montana State shooting 41% from the field right now, 0 of 1 from 3, 67% from the free throw line, 14 personal fouls for the Cats, 15 personal fouls for the Pioneers. Denver shooting 50% from the field, 1 of 6 from the three-point line, and 17 of 18 from the free throw line. So the big difference is right now is at the free throw line. And shooting from the field. Cats have also turned the ball over 8 times, although they've started to limit that now a little bit. 6 steals for Denver. 3 assists for the Cats, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Another free throw coming for Brandon Walker, the transfer from UT Arlington, third-year junior. He's excited to go down to TCU and play near his hometown. All right, the second of the 2 free throws from Walker. It's good. Rips the net. 15 points for Walker. Cats down by 11. Important stop here to keep it tight. Shot clock is dark. 20 seconds to go first half. Denver leading 44-33. Sebastian Atkins will slow it down. Takes it over to the right wing on the silhouette of the Rocky Mountains painted onto the floor. Now 5 seconds to go in the half. Step back, deep topside 3, rattles in. And that ends the first half. Boy, just a flat-footed 3, and he drilled it, and that one could be a big difference maker. Montana State in a hole heading to halftime. They allow Denver to shoot 50% from the field, over 50% from the field. Let's step aside. Denver leading Montana State 47-33 at halftime. From the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, this is Bobcat basketball presented by Learfield.
I was diagnosed in 2010 with bipolar 1 disorder. It took me a while, but I had to surrender to that fact.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we recognize mental health as the foundation of well-being. This is why we partner with advocates like Jason DeShaw and others who spread mental health awareness across the state and beyond.
I've learned that I cannot do this alone, that I have to reach outside of myself for help.
Learn more about Jason's story at bigblueskyyinitiativemt.com.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
It's time for a wellness tip from Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
It's halftime, and Montana State is trailing Denver 47-33. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. And before we break down the scores in the first 20 minutes of play, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
I'm Keaton Gillogly. Pleasure to be with you today. Jesse Ropolato is back in the studios this afternoon. And we remind you that this game is brought to you in part by Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. Some of the numbers from the first half for Montana State, led by Brandon Walker's 15 points today. Jay Mullins has 8. Bryce Zephyr has 5, and then it's Agmong Polo with 2, Lekalot with 2, and McMahon with 1. That's it. So Tyler Patterson scoreless, Garacki scoreless. He's only attempted 1 field goal in the 11 minutes. Naduka scoreless, Miller scoreless, and Jeremiah Davis got in for 30 seconds. He's scoreless. Just the 1 3-point field goal attempt for Montana State today. That's it. Be curious to hear from Coach Logie later about that. For Denver, they shoot 52% from the field, 2 of 7 from the three-point line, 17 of 18 from the free throw line. Otto Ankra is leading the way with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 9 points for Shagbanyo, 8 points for Josh Lee, 5 for Atkins, 6 for Carr, and 7 for Craig. Montana State turning the ball over 8 times in the first half. They did also have 6 steals, 3 by Jay Mullins. 7 turnovers for Denver, 6 steals for the Pioneers. So the Bobcats 0 Wendy's 3-pointers in the first half, and 3 assists on 9 field goals, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. All right, we're going to step aside at halftime. Montana State trailing at Denver 47-33. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Bobcats need to clean up the defensive side, giving up 52% shooting in that first half, and they find themselves down 47-33 at halftime. It's their largest deficit of the game. We're back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We take a look at the McDonald's delivery of the half, presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. And Brandon Walker, the man delivering in the first half with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services, and a steal to boot. So he has been very good. He needs a little help, though. Nobody else has more than 8. Jabe Mullins has 8, and then Bryce Seffer has 5, and that's it. Everybody else is 2 or fewer. We'll see if the Bobcats start shooting the 3-ball a little bit more in the second half as well, after they took just 1 3-point field goal attempt. All right, more to come. We'll get you some scoreboard updates, but first, timeout with Montana State trailing 47-33 at halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
Hitting the road? When you download the Fuel Forward app, you save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up at Phillips 66, Conoco, and 76 stations. Because that's what the app does. A simple, straightforward way to keep you moving forward. Fuel Forward. 20 cents is a combined savings of 5 cents every day off per gallon plus an extra 15 cents off per gallon for first-time users up to 30 gallons. Offer valid once for new Fuel Forward app users through 12/31/2024. Participating locations only.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
Montana State trailing Denver 47-33 at halftime. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position right now, and taking a look at the rest of the Big Sky schedule today. Cal Poly is in Eastern Washington, and Weber State is at Hawaii later tonight. The women up big, up 51-38 against UC Davis right now with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. So they're looking good at the moment, which is a welcome sight to see. Some of the other top 25 scores around the country. Number 22, St. John's beats New Mexico 85-71. Number 11, Tennessee beats Austin Peay 103-68. And number 12, Baylor plays Tarleton State a little bit later tonight. Checking in on some of the NFL scores on this Sunday afternoon. A couple of wild finishes. The Packers beat the Bears today, with the Packers blocking a last-second field goal to clinch that game and continue their ownership of the Chicago Bears. Lions go to 9-1 with a 52-6 win against the Jaguars. Vikings beat the Titans 23-18 on the road. Dolphins over the Raiders at home 34-19. Rams win in New England against the Pats 28-22. Saints bounce back with a 35-14 win against the Browns. Colts just sneak past the Jets on the road 28-17. Steelers beat the Ravens to take control of the AFC North, winning 18-16 in a defensive battle. On Thursday night, the Eagles beat the Commanders 26-18. On Monday night, the Texans are at the Cowboys for a Lone Star showdown. Right now, Broncos leading the Falcons with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter in Denver. 49ers leading the Seahawks 7-6, 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Chiefs at 9-0. They're at the 8-2 Bills today. Chiefs lead at 7-6 early in the second quarter there. And it's the Bengals and the Chargers tonight for the Sunday night football game. We'll step aside here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State is trailing Denver 47-33. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Getting ready to go for the second half. Montana State is trailing Denver 47-33 at the moment. We gave you some of the NFL scores. We didn't get a chance to get you the full rundown of the college football scores last night with the time crunch. And I know a lot of people listen, and this is kind of some of the only stuff they do listen to. We like to try to make sure everybody feels like they've got a complete picture of stuff so they don't have to go hunting around for something else national. So since we got a moment, get you the college football scores at the FBS level from yesterday. Number 1, Oregon survived at Wisconsin 16-13. They had a 10-0 shutout in the fourth quarter to survive that one. Number 2, Ohio State beat Northwestern at Wrigley Field 31-7. Number 3, Texas survived on the road at Arkansas 20-10. Number 4, Penn State beats up Purdue 49-10. Purdue is 1-9. Kansas spoils BYU's perfect season, winning 17-13 over the 6th-ranked BYU squad. Number 12, Georgia flexes their muscles at home against number 7, Tennessee, to put themselves back in the playoff picture with a 31-17 victory. Number 8, Notre Dame wins at 35-14 against Virginia to go to 9-1. Number 10, Alabama beat Mercer 52-7. Number 13, Boise State defeated San Jose State 42-21. Number 14, SMU pulled away late to win at 38-28 against Boston College. Number 15, Texas A&M defeats New Mexico State 38-3. Arizona State upsets number 16, Kansas State 24-14. Number 17, Colorado continuing to rise. They're 8-2 with a 49-24 win against Utah. New Mexico is 5-6. They beat number 18 Washington State 38-35. They're one win away from being bowl eligible. Number 19 Louisville lost at Stanford 38-35. Number 20 Clemson beat Pittsburgh 24-20. Number 21 South Carolina beat Missouri 34-30. Number 22 LSU and Brian Kelly lose 27-16 at Florida. And number 25 Tulane defeats Navy 35-0. So just cleaning some of that up from an evening ago. All right, we're ready to go for the second half for Montana State. See if the defense gets cleaned up a little bit here for the Cats. Let's see if they start trying to shoot some threes. They attempted just one 3-point field goal, and that came with about 3 minutes to go in the first half. Montana State still figuring themselves out. Kind of a weird rotation that first half as well. Part of it was the foul trouble. But the Bobcats' leading scorer in the first 3 games is Brian Garacki. He only played 11 minutes and only attempted 1 shot. Agbankpolo had 3 fouls. Sam Lekalot had 3 fouls. And then Naduka and Zephyr had 2 apiece. All right, here we go. We start the second half. And Denver has the basketball going from left to right. Kicked out to the left wing. Chuck Bagno has the dribble at the top, taking it in on Brandon Walker, pivoting at the elbow. His fall-away jumper is good. 11 points for Chuck Bagno. So Montana State has their biggest deficit extended on the first touch of the second half. Mullins to the left wing, throws to the slipping Walker, goes to the cup and lays it up and in. The Aware Mental Health Services assist by Jay Mullins, 17 points for Brandon Walker. 19:20 to go, second half. Out to the right wing. Lee, dribbling still near the elbow. Now comes right down to the block, goes up and is fouled. Patterson and McMahon were there. Oh, and a technical on Tyler Patterson. Well, he must have said a magic word. Didn't seem too emphatic. Patterson was fighting in there deep. Patterson kind of jumped forward, or McMahon did, and I think that's where the foul was. And then I don't know what Patterson would have said. Try to see if I can catch it on the replay. The first free throw is good. I didn't really catch it. But the foul goes on Pat McMahon, so he quickly picks up his third as this game feels like it's unraveling a bit in the first 60 seconds of the second half. Otto Ankra knocks down the technical free throws. And now Josh Lee will go to the line after the foul by Pat McMahon. Josh Lee with 8 points in the first half. Now 9. Hey, Bobcat fans, your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. Lee's next free throw is good. A 4-point trip down the floor. 53-35. Denver starting to feel like they're pulling away with it a little bit. They had a big 3 at the end of that first half, and now they're up 5-2 in the second half. Jay Mullins bobbles the basketball, recovers. He dials up a long 3. That's no good. And Denver has the rebound. Montana State 0 of 2 from downtown. Craig racing the other way and left the layup short. Rebound tipped, loose. Still a fight for it. And now whistle and a jump ball. It'll be Montana State basketball. It's kind of funny. I get the sense that, Montana State's playing hard, but not like dirty or over the top. But Denver's taking it as like something extra, and that's forcing the officials to kind of get in between everything. The officials came sprinting in there, and Agbankpolo was just kind of standing there looking calm and relaxed. Brandon Walker at the top. Cats need to get something going on the offensive end. To Garacki, right corner 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped out by Mullins. Bobcats trying to hustle for it. They can't get there. Craig comes away. He bounces it down to Lee. He misses the tomahawk dunk. Agbankpolo the other way. He shows him how it's done. So Josh Lee trying to flash. He got too cute, and his dunk goes off the heel of the iron, and Max Agbankpolo shows him the light with a dunk of his own right. Montana State down 53-37, 18 minutes to go in the game. Let's see if this is going to be an inflection point. Now the drive, high layup, no good. Agbankpolo on the defense, and here comes Montana State. Big possession now. Pat McMahon ripping toward the cup. Down to the right block. Had the ball tipped free. It's loose on the floor. Bodies diving, and Denver comes away. Boy, I thought Mullins got undercut there. Coach Logie frustrated. Bagno out on the left wing. And an offensive foul. It feels like a makeup. And Coach Logie getting the warning. The official just said that's enough and walked right away. Second foul on Josh Pickett. So Coach Logie has run out his string with the officials. And now Montana State comes the other way, trailing 53-37, 17-21 to go in the second half. And we got a whistle and a blocking foul. Lee tried to take the charge, but never really got set. I think Lee was really trying to lean into the arm that was up for Garacki, but the contact just wasn't really there. Third foul on Josh Lee. It's getting feisty. Atkins coming into the game now. Yeah, good no call. That was Lee just feeling a little contact going down, but wasn't even really going directly at Lee. Into the post. McMahon got displaced, no call. He's backing it down into the paint, turns, righty hook. That's no good. Boy, they're really starting to swallow the whistles now inside. Montana State down 53-37. 17 minutes to go in the game. Bagno out to the left wing. Craig has a standing dribble beyond the arc. Takes it to the top, working on Walker. Driving down the right block, lays it up. That's good. Tough finish by Craig. Went down hard. Now they're starting to let some of that contact go both ways inside. Mullins ripping down to the right baseline, and they called a hand check foul. So they let a lot of contact go one way, and then the hand check foul the other way against Atkins. Both teams playing hard, makes it tough. Yeah, Brandon Walker did jump up pretty straight up on that last drive. That was probably a pretty good no call. Yeah, I like it. Mullins inbound to the baseline. Into the right corner for Garacki. He takes it out on the right wing. Dribbles to the top, hands off for Walker, back to Garacki, tries a deep three. That's well short, airballed it. Montana State starts 0 of 4 from downtown. But Montana State's not going to win if they're not hitting threes. B.J. Cawley will check in for the first time. And Montana State just kind of feels a little all over the place right now. Don't really feel like they've found an identity in this game. Denver 55, Montana State 37. They're playing hard. The effort, the energy is there. Carr fires it into the post. Turn around, righty hook, that's no good. Fight for the rebound, the Bobcats win it. Ahead to Ogbong Polo trying to push the tempo, but the Pioneers get back. Up to McMahon, pumps a three, drives into the lane, pump fake, floats it over the 7-footer and kisses it off the glass. First field goal for Pat McMahon, who's got 3 points. Who's going to take over for the Cats? Brandon Walker's got 17 points today, but he can't do it all. Atkins directing traffic on the right wing. Throws out to Bagno. He takes the free throw line, pulls up for the jumper, it's good. Boy, the mid-range game has been deadly for Denver today. 18-point lead for the Pioneers, and now an illegal screen on Cawley as Mullins misses the free throw, so B.J. Cawley picks up his first foul, the D2 transfer from Western Washington. We'll step aside. Bobcats getting outscored in the second half, the lead ballooning for Denver. 15:32 to go in the game. Denver 57, Montana State 39. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. 15:32 to go in the first half. Montana State is trailing Denver 57-39. Bobcats just struggling to get a clean offensive identity here. They've had some foul trouble. Brandon Walker's done some heavy lifting with 17 points. But 0 of 4 from the three-point line is a weird stat to see from Montana State. Denver Pioneers with the basketball. They'll go from left to right. Well, the positive thing today for Montana State, the effort and the energy has been there. Now it's just about that execution. Bagbanyo. Bounce pass down into the mid-post. Backing it down. Carr turns, hooks. That's no good. And Brian Garacki traveled as he tumbled down after grabbing the rebound. It's just that kind of night. So Denver gets the ball back. They've attempted 6 more shots than Montana State this afternoon. Bagbanyo out on the left wing. Taking it down to the mid-post. Throws it back out to the top for Carr. 10 to shoot. Here's Pickett now. Splits 2 defenders, gets down to the block. Swatted. Whoa! B.J. Coley. I was unfamiliar with your game, sir. Ho, ho, ho. He got up on top and spiked that down in the first row of fans. Oh, boy. Cats have had a chance to use a couple of sparks here. Pickett draws the foul on the inbounds pass of the layup attempt. And Pickett will go to the line. Sam Lecholette will check in for Montana State. Josh Pickett again going to the line, the true freshman. You know, he had a great uncle that played for the Harlem Globetrotters. It's kind of a cool thing. That shot is good. First points for Josh Pickett today. Sam Lecholette back in along with Jay Mullins, Max Agbanyo, B.J. Cawley, and Pat McMahon. Free throw by Pickett is good. So he hits them both. 14:50 to go in the ballgame. Montana State is trailing by 20. Mullins bounces it to Cawley. Now up to Agbanyo. He misses a three. And Denver has the rebound. Montana State is 0 of 5 from downtown. Atkins takes it over to the left wing. We got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. And they charge it to Pat McMahon, his fourth. Just kind of throws his hands up, says, I don't really know what to do. Coach Logie with a few words for Pat. 20-point deficit for the Cats as Denver gets ready to inbound. Lob out to the top, picked off by Bryce Seffer. He takes it down the right sideline, doesn't have numbers, and wisely slows it down. Gives it to Agbanyo. He rips down to the rim and has to kick it back out. Around to Mullins, up to Cawley. Shovel pass to the left wing. Agbanyo throws back to Mullins. He takes it inside, going to the rack. High arcing layup off the window is good. Tough finish by Jay Mullins. First points for Mullins in the second half. He's in the double figures, the second Bobcat to reach that with 10 points. Craig off a screen triggers a three, and it's good. quick response, and Craig has 12 points. Cawley up at the top. Takes it down to the mid-post, kicks it out. Mullins tries for three. No good, but he draws the foul, and Mullins will go to the line for 3 free throws. Either way, the Bobcats' deficit continuing to balloon here. They've been outscored in the second half, 15-8. Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. First of the 3 free throws is good for Jay Mullins. The Cats have gotten the line tonight. That's their first free throw attempt of the second half, but it's their 23rd overall today. So Mullins back into double figures. He's averaged 8 a game. That free throw's no good. So the Cats are 16 of 24 from the stripe today. Montana State has Northwestern coming up on Tuesday. 8 o'clock Central Time tip, so 7 o'clock Mountain Time start. Mullins hits 2 of the 3 free throws. 19-point deficit. Denver with the ball to our right. Atkins up at the top. Moving left around a screen. Curls to the elbow, stops, jumper, no. Ogbongbolo has the rebound, and then he stepped on the baseline, so he'll turn it over back to Denver, and that's a microcosm of this afternoon. Denver to inbound, and a bad pass, and it is out of bounds, so it's going the other way. They were double-checking, making sure it didn't get tipped by Montana State. So Bobcat basketball with 13:15 to go in the ball game. Denver 62, Montana State 43. Teams flying to Chicago after this to go to stay in Evanston tonight. Practice day at Northwestern tomorrow, and then tip-off 7 p.m. on Tuesday. We'll be on the air for that at 6:30. Zephyr on the right wing. Steps to his right, triggers the three, and there it is. The first Wendy's three-pointer of the day, and it comes with 13 minutes to go in the second half. 8 points for Bryce Zephyr. Let's see if the Cats can get hot. At least grab some momentum going down the stretch before heading into a Big Ten battle. Toss into the post and a foul. B.J. Cawley with a hand check, his second foul. And Northwestern is coming off an overtime win against Eastern Illinois. They're going to have some rest. That was on Friday night. They don't play again until Tuesday. Inbound into the left corner. Monty trying to take it down. Nowhere to go. Throws up top. Jay Mullins nearly stole it away. Toss into the post for Carr. Working on Lechlot. Mullins came in and raked it away. Cats from right to left. Ogbongbolo gets into the lane, goes up at a blocking foul. Ogbongbolo was not in the motion of shooting. Good call by the official. He was not squared up. Ogbongbolo was slashing across the lane. The defender was squared up more to the free throw line. And Montana State will inbound. It was not squared. It was kind of more of a glancing blow. But good job by the Bobcats using some tempo here. Trying to get something going downhill. Montana State will inbound on their own baseline. Mullins looking to get it in with 12:30 to go in the game. Into Cawley, he takes the handoff to Mullins, down to the right block, bounce pass into the paint for Zephyr, kick out Lechlot, up to Ogbongbolo. Steps to his left, looking at the rim, goes to Lechlot at the top, around the perimeter to the right wing, Zephyr. Turns to the free throw line, gets into the lane, leans in with the left hand, no good through contact, fight for the rebound out of bounds, and it's going to Denver. Ogbongbolo knocked the ball out of Zephyr's hand. Again, kind of one of those situations, good hustle, but a bad break. Well, it really brought the arm down on the defensive side. Now they're really swallowing the whistle inside. That easily could have been a foul call. Out to the right wing as Denver goes to work. Up to the top. Manny. That's good for 3. His first points of the day. (65-46). Montana State trailing 11:45 to go in the game. Mullins gets downhill to the right block. Turns lefty hook. Rimming. No. Collie board. Put back. No. And Denver pulls it away. Manny out to the right wing. Throws up to the top. Around to the left wing. Shogbagno. 11:30 to go in the game. Denver burning a little clock now, up 65-46. Ball moving around to the top. Hand it off there. Shogbagno dribbles with the left hand into the paint. And an offensive foul. Shogbagno used the arm. His second foul. And that takes us to a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. The Bobcats have 2 flagrant 1 fouls, a technical foul tonight, and they're shooting 68% from the free throw line, and they're just 1 of 6 from downtown at the three-point line today. Kind of a funky night. They're playing hard, but it's just not breaking their way in Denver. 11:13 to go in the game. Denver 65, Montana State 46. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Bobcat fans, celebrate the blue and gold all season at the Golden Arches with McDonald's new Game Day Bundle. Score big with your crew and pick up a cheeseburger pack with 2 classic cheeseburgers, a satisfying 20-piece McNuggets, and 2 orders of the crispy medium fries you love. All for just $14.99 and only on the app. It's the guaranteed win for your home team. Must opt into rewards at participating McDonald's, valid through the 2024-25 basketball season. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, 11:13 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing at Denver 65-46. At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. Bobcats are -7 on the glass today. They have 7 assists to 11 turnovers. All assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. And the Bobcats are 1 of 6 from the three-point line and 5 of 13 from the field in the second half. Ogbong Polo ripping it from the top, down to the right block, pulls up, bounces it off the glass, no good, fight for the rebound, and it's tipped out of bounds, staying with Montana State. Boy, B.J. Colley looked like he was getting his arm yanked down. I don't know, he's not going to go for a rebound with just the one hand. Out to the top, B.J. Colley accepts the inbounds pass. Handoff for Zephyr, coming around to screen to the free throw line. Accelerates down to the restricted area. Turns, drop off down low, and Colley gets blocked and fouled by DeAndre Craig. Great vision by Bryce Zephyr inside. That is a tight window. It's like a 2-foot pass. But it had to go through everything. And it helps force the foul, an easy call. There were 29 fouls called combined in the first half. As Colley misses the first free throw. There have been 13 total in the second half. A couple of 1,000-yard stares on the Bobcat bench right now. And Colley hits the second free throw, his first point of the day. Had that big emphatic block earlier. Been a couple of those kind of emotional momentum-grabbing plays the Bobcats have had, but it hasn't just translated as the Cats try a little trapping scheme up at the half-court line. Take a little more time off the clock as Denver gets into their set. 10:30 to go in the game. Denver leading 65-47. Carr to the right elbow and a foul. Agbankpolo got a little twisted up. His fourth foul. Brandon Walker back into the ball game. He's only played 3 minutes in this second half. He's joined by Pat McMahon, Jabe Mullins, Bryce Zephyr, and Sam Leckelot. First free throw by Craig is good. He's got 13 points today. This is a Denver team that, yes, made the Summit League Tournament Championship game. They were the runner-ups last year. They lost a lot. They were picked last in the 8-team Summit League in the preseason poll. Craig puts it in at the free throw line. They don't look like that. They look good. They look fast. They look like they're playing together. They're pretty athletic. Mullins into the paint. Throws it out to Walker. His free throw line jumper is good. Brandon Walker now 19 points. 10:05 to go in the game. Denver 67, Montana State 49. Kind of back up against it right now, midway through the second half. Chuck Bagno working it with the dribble at the top, crossing over, steps in for a long two. That's no good. Brandon Walker has the rebound. Out to Mullins across the half-court line, to Leckelot on the left wing. And had it knocked out of bounds, and Leckelot was the last to touch it. 12th turnover for Montana State. $19 points for Brandon Walker today, also 8 rebounds. 12 points for Jabe Mullins, and just 1 Wendy's three-pointer today. 9:30 left in the game. Lee has the dribble for the Pioneers. Into the lane. Stops on the block. Turns, hooks, no. And Brandon Walker has the rebound. Overall, Denver shooting 48% from the field today. That has gone down in the second half, so the defense has gotten a little better for the Cats, but the offense has just never really found its rhythm. McMahon to the elbow, into the lane. Down to the left block. Floats it up with the right hand and got it to go. A little push shot. 5 points for Pat McMahon. 2 field goals in the second half. That's all he's got there. Up to the top. Here's a 3. It's good and 1. Brandon Walker drifts into Lopez San Vicente. A chance for a 4-point play. First foul on Brandon Walker. It's the right call. Didn't give him space to land. Too aggressive on the pursuit. First points for San Vicente in the second half. He's got 5 overall. Just his 3rd three-point field goal make of the year. This free throw is no good. Bobcats have Northwestern on Tuesday. Then they are back home during Thanksgiving week. Zephyr out on the left wing. Into the lane, going to the rack, lays it up. That's good from Bryce Zephyr. Nice to see that kind of take. He's got 10 points. Good to have some downhill prowess from this Bobcat offense. Still a 17-point lead for Denver. Bounce down to the mid-post. Lopez San Vicente kicks it out. Atkins pumps the 3 on the left wing. Back into the post. Lopez San Vicente turns, hooks it, rims it, no. Pat McMahon wins a brawl for the rebound. McMahon out to the right wing, head of steam into the lane, going to the rack, lays it up and in. There you go. All right, here we go. This is the push. If the Cats are coming back tonight, it's right here, right now. Down by 15 with 8 minutes to go, so a little bit of ways left, but this is your chance. They're starting to get some stops. They're starting to turn it into some fast break points. Atkins has it up at the top. Denver's going to take their time in their sets. Atkins down underneath. Bobbled the basketball. 6 to shoot. Lob to the top 5. Into the lane 3. Chuck Bagno step back 2. No, off the front iron. And an offensive rebound on a hop by Denver. Driving a kick. Atkins into the lane. Weaving and brings it back out. They got the stop, but could not clear the rebound. 7 seconds to shoot. Atkins accelerates to the top, into the lane, and he got blocked by Lecolot. Bobcats coming the other way. Zephyr leading the break. He's into the lane, kicks it out. His pass tipped and saved by Lee. A little out of control there. And again, we've seen where Montana State has had some opportunities to get the ball rolling downhill, and they're unable to sustain it. 70-55, Denver up with 6:50 to go in the game. Lee out to the top. Bounce pass down low. Atkins brings it back out. 5 to shoot. Lee on the drive. Lays it up. No. Brandon Walker has the rebound. Lee goes down hard. Cats push it the other way. Miller has to save it on the baseline, and Brandon Walker takes the pass. Around to Lecolot. His right corner 3-ball. No good. Miller high points the rebound in amongst the trees, and he gets it out to McMahon. To Walker. Left wing 3. No. And a foul on Denver as Sam Lecolot was going out for the rebound. Otto Ankra picks up his 3rd foul. And Montana State will have the ball when we come back. Cats are trying to get some momentum and some push down the stretch. We'll step aside from First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 6:20 to go in the game. Denver leads Montana State 70-55. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Montana State trying to put a late surge together with 6:20 to go in the game. Denver up 70-55 before the action restarts. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Keaton Gillogly back with you from Denver. We're at Hamilton Gymnasium. And Sam Lecolot is at the line. The front end of a 1-and-1 is good. Much needed. 3 points now for Lecolot. Also of note, Josh Lee went down hard before the whistle when he was driving to the rack. He has walked back to the locker room. Next free throw is good from Lecolot. That 8 points has been a really key contributor for them. All right, Montana State down by 13, 6:20 to go in the game. And now this pass is taken away. Bryce Zephyr with the steal in the backcourt, and he completes the layup. It's an 11-point game. The Cats are on the comeback trail. The full court press is working. Tough pass ahead. They finally break it. Pass into the post, and Denver brings it back out. All right, here we go. Let's see if the Cats can get this stop. Montana State, no quit. Craig at the top. Throws over to the right wing. Around to the left wing, Atkins triggers a 3. That's good. Oh, that's a big response from Sebastian Atkins. Just his 3rd 3 of the year. Montana State with the ball down 73-59. Not much margin for error here. Bounce pass to Lecolot, tipped out of bounds, staying with Montana State. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. Second half has been even. It's been a hard-fought battle to get it back and bring some life into this thing. There's a decent contingent of Bobcat fans here, and they are ready to back the blue and gold. Zephyr around a screen to the left wing. Open for three. No. Montana State is 1 of 9 from beyond the arc. It's kind of that last missing piece right now. Denver will milk this possession under 5 minutes. Out to the right wing. Up to the top. Atkins to the free throw line. Down to the rack. Goes up with the right hand in. Lays it home. And the true freshman Sebastian Atkins taking over here. He's got 10 points overall. Zephyr drives down the left block. Gets back to the basket. Backing into the paint. Turns to the right shoulder. Pump fake. Steps through and finishes. Bryce Zephyr. A man possessed now. 14 points for Bryce. Pressure in the backcourt, and a bounce pass gets it across the timeline. 14-point game, Denver in front, 75-61. 4:20 remaining in the game. Out to the top. Atkins looking for the post, skips it into the right corner, driving the baseline. Craig kicks back up the top. Atkins extra pass to the right wing, steps to his right, triggers the three. No. Pat McMahon the rebound. Montana State down 75-61, 4:06 to go in the game. Over to Walker on the left wing. Into the lane, spins to the left shoulder, now falls away with the jump shot. That's no good. Walker 5 of 12 from the field today. 75-61, and Denver with the ball to our right. Timeout called by Denver. Let's step aside. Cats have put some scoreboard pressure on late in the second half. Don't know that it's going to be enough down the stretch. Denver 75, Montana State 61, 3:44 to go in the game. We're taking a break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
3:44 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing 75-61 against Denver with the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. And Montana State just hasn't quite had it. Never really gotten into a flow. Only one Wendy's three-pointer today. 1 of 9. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. Denver with a basketball. They lob it into the backcourt, and we'll go to work from left to right with the all-conference guard DeAndre Craig taking it into the front court, the Chicago native. Slings over to the right wing. Back up to the top. Atkins with 7 to shoot. Turning the corner to the elbow. Pulls up with the mid-range. Left it short. 3 to shoot. Put back up. No. And Montana State clears the rebound. Ogbonkpolo was in amongst the men. Cats from right to left, down by 14. Bryce Zephyrs had a big second half. Out to the top. Ogbonkpolo calls for a screen, goes right around it. Now he's going to the cup and missed the layup but draws the foul. Got ahead of steam. Good aggressive take. Isaiah Carr takes his fourth foul. 3:07 to go in the game. And that takes us to another timeout. Denver 75, Montana State 61, 3:07 left in the ball game. A break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State is trailing 75 to 61 with 3:07 to go in the ball game. Cats have had a tough night tonight. Haven't had a lot of bounces go their way. Really struggled from the three. 1 of 9 from downtown. Brandon Walker, 19 points. Jay Mullins has 12. Bryce Zephyr has 14. But 13 turnovers for the Cats. And it's tough when a team that shoots a lot of threes, hasn't shot a lot and hasn't shot them well. It gets tough. Ogbonkpolo hits the first free throw. He's got 5 points. Cats get a Big Ten challenge on Tuesday. It'll be a quick turnaround. A flight to Chicago tonight, staying in Evanston with a practice day on Monday. That free throw is good. Ogbonkpolo puts him in. Cats have gotten better at the free throw line in the second half, 6 of 8. Full court press for the Cats. They're going to need something special here. Bounce pass over to the right sideline. Cats trap. Craig looking for room, turns the corner and breaks through with 5 to spare. Alley-oop up, tip free by Pat McMahon. Loose ball on the floor and Jed Miller has it. What defense by McMahon. Miller taking it the other way from right to left. Fires into the post. Ogbonkpolo turns, fall away Jay, no. Fight for the rebound. Colley's got it to Ogbonkpolo, and he rises and jams. A two-hand slam by Max Ogbonkpolo. Bobcats aren't done yet. Down by 10. As close as they've been since they trailed by 20. And a timeout called by Denver. Man, again, has not been the Bobcats' night, but they have found a way to fight through, stay in the fight, and they're putting scoreboard pressure on with 2:33 to go. The Bobcats have been down by as many as 21 today. But now they are as close as they have been since that mark. Ogbonkpolo playing great down the stretch. He struggled early, had some foul trouble. But staying with it, and that's a great sign. You know, one of the things that's showing up down the stretch here is that mental fortitude. You can struggle, but you can't let it snowball. You got to stay in the fight. The Bobcats have done that today. They have not let this game roll away. Turned up the pressure defensively, and they have given themselves a shot to make it interesting. Down 75-65 with 2:33 to go in the game. Going to have to keep pressuring, though, and Denver's really only another bucket or two away from icing this thing. In fact, they may have enough points to win this game already. 10 points in 2.5 minutes is a tall task. But Cats are due from 3. Full court press from the corner. Tough spot to try to inbound. They do get it into Pickett in deep. Still looking. And we got a whistle. Oh, they called a foul on Ogbong Polo. That's his 5th. That's tough. That really looked like the ball handler leaned back into him. Coach Logia trying to avoid a tech, walked away. Let me look at the replay here. I don't know. That didn't look like Max was the one who initiated the contact. Oh, no. Nope. He did not initiate that contact, and it was a gentle graze of the chest. Didn't even move Pickett. That's tough. Ogbong Polo has been an engine here in this late attempted comeback by the Bobcats. Front end of a 1-and-1 is good. Pickett with 3 points at the free throw line. 76-65. Good news on the front over in Bozeman with the women's basketball team up big against UC Davis. They're up 71-47. Here, Bobcats down 77-65, 2:20 to go in the game. Miller ahead of steam to the cup, lays it up with the right hand and got it to go in transition. Good quick take by Jed Miller, his first field goal of the day. Still a 10-point game. Full court press. Pass deep into the corner. The double team trap is there. Jump pass knocked away by Lecolot. Zephyr saves it. Lecolot fighting for it, and they finally call the foul. Bobcats force the turnover. Zephyr and Lecolot bringing the juice. And boy, you got to get hit 3 or 4 times to get hit for a foul right now late. The Cats will take it. What an effort. It was Zephyr and Lecolot teaming up. It was Lecolot who knocked it away. Zephyr saved it across the baseline, and then Lecolot's hustle forced the foul. Gets him to the line with the clock stopped, and he knocks down the first free throw. He'll have another one coming. All right, it's a single-digit game. Down by 9 now. That one a little bit short, and Denver has the rebound. Montana State has missed 10 free throws today on 32 attempts. Trap in the backcourt. He fell. It's loose. Bobcats take it, and Miller draws the foul. Pat McMahon and Sam Lecolot with the trap at the half-court line. And then Jed Miller came in and cleaned it up. Boy, great effort. Great team defense right now. Good no call. McMahon got a hand on the basketball as Shagbanya was falling on his own. And Jed Miller goes to the line. And the free throw is good. Remember, Jed Miller hit some absolutely crucial free throws down the stretch in the tournament last year. He'll dial it up again here. This free throw is good. He hit them both. 7-point game with 2 minutes to go. Bobcat press coming up big. Inbound deep to Craig. Dribbles through 2 defenders. And it's knocked free by Jed Miller. Pat McMahon picks it up, gives it to Miller. His pass is tipped out of bounds, staying with Montana State. Oh, what a stretch here for the Bobcats defensively. Forcing a lot of turnovers. They're up to 13 steals on the night. Cats inbound on their own baseline, down 7. Into Cauley on the right block, backing down through 2 defenders. B.J. Cauley banks it in for his first field goal of the day. It's a 5-point game. 1:45 left. They pass ahead, and Denver able to break the press for the first time in a while. Cats saying do not foul. Play it straight up. 1:35 remaining. Denver's going to roll it down again with a 5-point lead. Cats trailed by as many as 21. And they still only have 1 3-point make. 10 to shoot. Atkins dialing it up. Throw over to the right wing. Back to Atkins, trying to turn the corner against Zephyr, who's been a beast defensively. 3 to shoot. Atkins, a contested 3. Air ball. Bobcat basketball, they got the stop, and they have a chance to make it a 1-possession game. And a timeout called. What an effort. McMahon, Cauley, Miller, Zephyr, Lecolot bringing it down the stretch, and the contingent of Bobcat fans that are here are helping putting some wind in the sails. What a stretch. Montana State fell behind by 21 points with 13 and a half minutes to go in the second half. It was 62-41. Montana State battling back. They're now down 77-72 with the ball with 1:14 to go. And here's a great example of the depth that the Bobcats have, where they're just running out different sequences, different combinations, and finally one has stuck. Max Ogwang-Polo has fouled out. He was a big part of this. But this is a breakout game for Bryce Zephyr today. 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting. He's got 3 steals. He has been awesome in this ball game. And they are taking a look at the monitor here. Looks like everything's okay. Yeah, they checked the clock. They added 2 seconds. Yeah. So they checked the clock. They went from 1:14 to 1:16 left. All right, well, we're going to get an answer to what is always a burning question early in the year. Who gets the ball in their hands in crunch time? Who does the coaching staff trust to take the big shot? There's a big shot coming here for Montana State. Down by 5 with the ball. Little press here from Denver shown. Lekolot inbounds to Bryce Zephyr. Just token pressure. They pick him up in the backcourt. Zephyr takes it across the timeline out to the left wing. Who's going to get the shot? Up to McMahon at the top. He rips and drives. Going to the rack. Down to the right block. Lays it up. That's short. Got his own board. Back up. Nobody draws the foul, and Pat McMahon is going to the line. They are really swallowing the whistles down the stretch. The Bobcats showing off some blue-collar toughness. They're not letting any of that bother them. Oh, yeah. Wow, he got whacked on the forearm. Holy cow. Still stayed with it. And now McMahon at the line to make it a one-possession game. The first shot is good. Nothing but the net. Big second half for Patrick McMahon. Next free throw is up. That's good. He's got 8 points in the second half, 9 overall. We got a one-possession game, and we got a timeout called. Oh, no, it was just for the substitution. Just the substitution. 1:03 to go. Denver leading 77-74. Bobcats not calling the dogs off. They've got the full court press. Running the baseline. Craig looking to get it in. He does, deep in the corner. Chagbanyo working on Pat McMahon. Cats didn't come up and trap that time. Montana State gets to play it straight up. They once trailed by 21. They're now down by 3. Denver cannot get that clock to run any faster. 10 seconds to shoot. Craig to the right wing, hands it off. 8 to shoot. Toss up to the top of the key. Atkins with 5. Over the left wing, 4. Breaking it down into the mid-post. Here's a jumper. No. Rebound, Pat McMahon. Bobcats down 3 with 30 seconds to go in the game. A chance to tie it. Will they go for the 2 or the 3? McMahon into the lane. Back and down, Chagbanyo. Fall away, Jay. Got it. It's a one-point game. 77-76. They're going to have to check the clock. Montana State was down by 21. They've erased 20 points of that deficit. What an effort by Pat McMahon, showing up as the clutch player. He has worked so hard for these moments. He got injured after 15 games 2 years ago. He had his season ended after 3 games last year. One of the great athletic players on this roster has not had an opportunity to show it. Only 39 career games coming into this season. And all of those dark moments, the monotonous rehab, he is here putting the Cats down by 1 with a chance to erase a 21-point deficit. 20.1 seconds left. They are reviewing something here. Pat McMahon has 11 points now, 10 of that in the second half. They were reviewing the clock. 21.9. All right, so the Bobcat full court press has been outstanding. The trapping defense has been great. Do you go to that and then try to foul? Shot clock is off. So let's see if the Bobcats can force the turnover here. What a resilient performance. Montana State has had nothing going their way But the blue-collar defense have brought them back, down 77-76. Denver runs their play, running the baseline, looking to get it in. Still running, still looking. They get it in deep into the corner. Lechlot there for the defense against Craig. He's trapped with Matt McMahon, trying to get rid of it. Still trying, and there's a 5 count or a timeout. A timeout. Oh, he was so close to the 5 count. So they used the timeout. Now, how much time ran off the clock there? Should have been 6 seconds. Now, the key part here is that it shouldn't reset on the 10 count in the backcourt, right? So I believe they're going to only have, 4 seconds to get it across the half-court line. So that'll be a key component here. Boy, what an effort by Montana State's defense down the stretch. It's what's gotten them back in this ball game. Cats are plus 13 in the second half. So I think they're going to have 5 seconds to get it over, because otherwise there would have been a 5 count, right? Because you didn't move, you're counting to 5. All right, here we go. Pat McMahon has drawn the Cats back to within 1. Brandon Walker has a double-double with 19 points, 10 boards. Jay Mullins checks into the game along with Jed Miller, Bryce Zephyr, B.J. Cawley, and Sam Lechlot. McMahon with the 4 fouls has to come off the floor here. So you're going to have to sub him in offense-defense. One of the most difficult spots to try to inbound the basketball, deep in the corner, in front of Montana State's bench. I don't think that 10 count resets, so I think they only have 5 seconds to get this thing over. It'll be Shogbanyo on the left sideline. He gets it into Atkins. Bounce pass to Craig. Still dribbling in the backcourt. Jump pass ahead, and it's caught. And then the foul by Bryce Zephyr. All right. Now, even if they hit both free throws, the Cats still have a chance to tie. So far this season, Denver 72% from the free throw line. Nick Shogbanyo, a junior community college transfer. He came into this game without having missed a free throw. He has missed 1 today. His first is good. He had hit all 12 to open the year before this game. Now he's 4 or 5 today. Pat McMahon checks in for Sam Lechlot, so you get another shooter in there. Cats will have 8.8 to go, the length of the floor. 78-76, one more free throw. Shogbanyo puts it up. Got it. All right, need the 3 to tie. Cats are going to play it straight up. Here we go, from right to left. Inbound in the backcourt, Jed Miller takes it up. Need the 3 to tie with 7 seconds left, and now the timeout. The Cats get it into the front court. 5.2 seconds to go. Montana State needs a 3 for overtime. Man, oh man. And they need a 3 on a night in which they did not attempt their first 3-point field goal until there was 3 minutes left in the first half. So they went the first 17 minutes of this game without a 3-point field goal attempt. Not make, attempt. They have just 1 3-point make today from Bryce Zephyr, who has been one of the absolute stars both offensively and defensively. And once again, we get the answer of who does the coaching staff trust to take the big shot, the biggest shot of the early season. Pat McMahon had the first opportunity to draw it into a 1-possession game. Bryce Zephyr's had a hot hand. Brian Garacki now checks in. He hasn't been in for a while, and he has had a very quiet day. But he had a game winner last year in November. Sam Lechlot will inbound. So it's Lechlot, Miller, Garacki, Zephyr, and Cawley. 5 seconds left, a 3 to tie. Lechlot on the right sideline in front of the Bobcat bench. He lobs it in. Cawley makes a catch. Kick to Garacki. Pumps the 3. Takes the shot. Came up short. Lechlot the rebound. Puts it up. But that won't do it. He got it to go. It's a 1-point game. The clock has expired. They're going to review the clock. Similar play that they ran to get the game-winning 3 to Brian Garacki in the Southern Utah win. He left it a little bit short. And they're going to double-check the clock. Lecolot did heave it to get it up. Great contest. He kind of bobbled it, or not bobbled it, but pumped it. Sebastian Atkins with the pressure, 0.2 seconds. And it's all but done. Unless a bad pass gets tipped in. But that'll do it. 79-78. And Montana State's late comeback falls 1 point short. It's interesting that they went to Garacki there, who's had a quiet night and really has been quiet on the bench. I guess you do need the three, so you're trying to put the guys in that you think are going to give your best shot at a three-pointer. But 0.2. Long baseball pass ahead, and it is out of bounds. He didn't touch it. So there you go. Well, now you still got a shot. Timeout called by Montana State. B.J. Cawley ushered that ball out of bounds. They just heaved it across. It never got touched. So now you got a couple options. Montana State could get fouled on an inbounds pass, and you can go to the free throw line. But mostly you're going to have to throw it up, and you just got to tip it in. Well, let's see if this Bobcat team has a little magic. Down 79-78. Cats trailed by as many as 21 about midway through the second half. They've battled all the way back. They've put on a show. What a smart play by B.J. Cawley to let that ball go out of bounds. The man with him kind of tangled up his feet. Pickett fell down. That was why no Denver Pioneer could get there to touch the basketball. Walker with 19 points. Zephyr with 14. Mullins with 12. McMahon with 11. All of this with only one Wendy's three-point make. Poor Wendy's. Not getting their money's worth tonight. And because nobody touched it, the Bobcats get to inbound underneath their own basket. Mullins, Cawley, McMahon, Lecolot, Miller. That's the five on the floor for the Bobcats. Got to throw it up and get a tip in. Or draw a foul. They alley-oop it up. The tip, rimming, no! Oh, they had it. They had the opportunity. They lobbed it up in front of the net. Cawley made the catch and tipped it. Don't know if he got it off in time. Either way, it didn't roll through, and the ball game is over. Montana State falls 79-78, but they'll walk tall into Chicago on Tuesday. We'll step aside. Montana State showing that fight, but they fall 79-78 in a thrilling comeback effort. Taking a look at it, I think he got that off. Cawley made the catch on the lob from Mullins. I don't know how he got that. How he got that free. It was Jed Miller that set the screen against the 7-footer Isaiah Carr. Cawley caught it with the two hands, flipped it up right in front of the rim. It landed on the heel of the iron, bounced off the backboard, and then bounced off the other side of the rim and fell away. And that's how this game comes to a close. The Cats had the shot. 0.2 seconds, and the tip didn't fall. Watching the replay, it looks like that would have counted, and Montana State comes just the 1 point shy of a 21-point comeback. Wild afternoon in Denver. Well, that's just the first leg of this road trip. We'll step aside. We'll talk to Coach Logie in a bit. Montana State falls 79-78. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in-store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
With 0.2 seconds left, B.J. Colley missed a point-blank tip to try to win the game, and Montana State falls in a heartbreaker, 79-78 at Denver today. The postgame show is brought to you by the Raven Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. We're going to step aside. We got a lot to get to. We'll talk with head coach Matt Logie as the Bobcats fall 79-78, nearly erasing a 21-point deficit. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built. Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Bryant, whatever it takes. Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning. Carrier, turn to the experts. Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time. Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces. And NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Back on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show, Montana State falls 79-78 at Denver. An incredible game. Bobcats battling back from a 21-point deficit, and they come up 1 point shy. At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. All right, we got to take another break. We will have Coach Logie here momentarily, and a lot to break down with him in just a bit. But again, Montana State falls to 1-3 with the 79-78 loss at Denver, while the Pioneers improve to 3-2 with their first Division I win of the season. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
World-class physicians, patient care that's second to none, the most advanced technology available. With a scorecard like that, you can trust Vance Thompson Vision to provide you with the best possible options for your vision. From LASIK to cataracts to everything in between, our surgeons and their teams root for their patients with as much dedication as diehard fans do for their favorite teams. Request your laser vision consultation from the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. Visit VanceThompsonVision.com. Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Back on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show, Montana State falls 79-78 at Denver today. Incredible effort to try to come back here. They were down by 12 with 2.5 minutes to go. They got a three-point look that could have tied it with about a second left. Sam Leckel out of the rebound got a putback to make it a one-point game. And then Montana State allowed Denver to throw the ball out of bounds without touching it with 0.2 seconds left. B.J. Culley got a tip opportunity, and it did not fall. It looked like it would have counted, and Montana State loses by 1. Insane finish. The Bobcats come up shy and are still looking for their first Division I win of the year. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality concept, which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. We'll take a break. Coach Logie will join us in a bit. Montana State falls by 1 at Denver today. More of the Ribbon Chop House post-game show after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Back at the Ribbon Chop House postgame show, Montana State falls in a thrilling 79-78 ball game. Just an incredible mental effort by Montana State. They were down by 21 about 14 minutes to go in the second half. They were down by 12 with 2.5 minutes to go, and they still found a way to battle back, and they had not one but 2 looks that could have ended or could have tied it or won it in the final 5 seconds of the ball game, but Montana State couldn't quite convert, and their 21-point comeback effort comes up 1 point shy. All right, up next, let's take a listen to our First Security Bank highlights of the game. We can take a listen to those right now.
Goes to Tyler Patterson on the right wing beyond the arc. Back to Walker. Bounce pass underneath. Bullets jams it home with a right-hand slam. That's a phenomenal pass by Brandon Walker from the elbow down to the baseline cutter, Jay Mullins, and he finishes with some juice. Garacki down to Walker. Rises and jams with a right hand. Brian Garacki the dish. And Brandon Walker taking some frustration out on the rim. All right, Montana State down by 13, 6:20 to go in the game. And now this pass is taken away. Bryce Zephyr with the steal in the backcourt, and he completes the layup. It's an 11-point game. The Cats are on the comeback trail. Ogbong Polo turns, fall away Jay, no. Fight for the rebound. Colley's got it to Ogbong Polo, and he rises and jams. A 2-hand slam by Max Ogbong Polo. Chance to tie it. Will they go for the 2 or the 3? McMahon into the lane, back and down Shugbanyo, fall away Jay, got it. It's a 1-point game, 77-76.
So Montana State was right there, but could not finish it off. Brian Garacki had a good look from 3 and couldn't quite put it home, and then Cats had a 0.2-second tip opportunity, and B.J. Colley had a good look, and it just wasn't his night. It just did not fall. So some heartbreak for the Cats today, as they fall 79-78 against Denver. All right, let's get to our Intermountain Health player of the game as we take a look at some of the numbers. Kind of a tough one with the way this game played out down the stretch. Overall, the player of the game, I think we got to go with Brandon Walker. 19 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal in this ball game. He went 5 of 12 from the field, 9 of 13 from the free throw line. So Brandon Walker, the Intermountain Health player of the game. The McDonald's delivery of the game, presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. That's Bryce Zephyr. He was a monster down the stretch. Pat McMahon was certainly a part of that. Sam Leckalot was a part of that. Jed Miller had some tremendous minutes. Boy, he really showed up. He had a couple of key rebounds. He was the one, Jed Miller. He was the one who set the screen that gave B.J. Colley the opportunity to win this game with the .2 ticks on the clock. But in the end, it wasn't enough and Montana State suffers insane 1-point loss to fall to 1-3 after this one. So overall, the full look of the numbers before we talk to Coach Logie today. Montana State in this one, they shoot 46% from the field, 1 of 10 from the three-point line, and they did not attempt a three-point field goal in the first 17 minutes. Three-point field goals are sponsored by Wendy's, and again, just the one today, that one falling out of the hands of Bryce Zephyr. Cats go 73% from the free throw line, 27 of 37. On the other side, Denver, 42% from the field, 6 of 12 from the three-point line, 29 of 31 from the free throw line. Cats did leave some points at the free throw line. I mean, they shot 37 free throws, shot 73%. That's fine, but man, they missed a couple of 1-and-1s, and in a one-point game, it's easy to find any little thing that feels like it could have changed the outcome on an afternoon like this. Bobcats ended up +2 in the rebounding battle with 11 offensive rebounds. They were down by 7 at one point. They were down 27-20 in the rebounding battle at one point. So what is that, 15-6? They rebounded Denver 15-6 down the stretch. That's a crazy margin from this Bobcat team. MSU had 14 steals, 3 from Zephyr, 3 from Mullins, 2 from McMahon, 2 from Leckalot. That was a big key down the stretch with the full court press, giving the Cats an opportunity. MSU had 31 points off turnovers to 13 for Denver in this one. Montana State was down 47-33 at the end of the first half, and then they were down by 21 with 14 minutes to go in the game. And then they continued to battle back. They were down by 12 with 2.5 minutes to play, and still found a way to get this thing back. 10 assists on 25 made field goals for Montana State. Not necessarily the ratio you would like to see. All assists are sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. 13 turnovers for Montana State. That got limited down the stretch. They really did a much better job as the game went on in terms of the turnovers in this game. Brandon Walker, 19 points, 10 rebounds, so he gets a double-double. Jay Mullins had 12 points, 4 turnovers, 2 assists, 3 steals. Bryce Zephyr, 14 points in 23 minutes, 1 assist, 3 steals in this contest. Patrick McMahon had 11 points, 10 of those in the second half. He went 4 of 7 from the field, 6 rebounds. 7 points for Sam Leckalot, all in the second half. He also had the 2 steals and 5 rebounds. He was a big part of the second half comeback. Jed Miller played 19 minutes today, 4 points, 1 steal, 4 rebounds, and he had some really, really big moments. On the other side for Denver, as I think Coach Logie's on his way out here, DeAndre Craig, 14 points. Yeah, he's here now. So we can get some more of that as we've got head coach Matt Logie with us after a 1-point loss. All right, Coach, you hear us okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, heck of a ball game. That was a wild finish and a wild effort in this game. First of all, just give me a sense of your message to the team in a game like this where you struggled early but still had enough heart to battle back and make it a 1-point decision.
Yeah, I mean, on the whole, my message then was pretty simple. I'm very disappointed in the way that we came out and competed for a large sector of the game today. We found a group that was successful at the end because of their energy and their spirit and their toughness. But ultimately, as a group, what I thought would translate today was our experience and our maturity, and it didn't happen. And that was my message in the locker room. It's a very tough lesson to learn, but one that could be our most valuable lesson if it gets our edge where it needs to be moving forward. Winning on the road is a hard thing to do. You have to play well to do it. You can't show up and just expect it to happen by accident. And I thought we had too many guys that didn't bring their A or B game today, and it got us into a really big hole. Certainly proud of our fight and our resolve to have a chance to win it at the end. But ultimately, this was below our standard, and that was the message.
You mentioned the rotation of guys that you felt like found an edge there. Who really stood out? Who showed something to you tonight down the stretch?
That group that was in at the end. I thought, Jed Miller, Sam Leckalot, Pat McMahon, B.J. Colley, Bryce Zephyr. All those guys came out with something to prove, played with a chip on their shoulder and an edge. And if we have all 12 guys doing that, I think we have a chance to be a really good team. But, the game honors toughness, and the game honors discipline and consistency. And we didn't have that enough for 40 minutes.
In terms of the three-point shooting tonight, you guys took your first three-point shot at about 17 minutes into the game. What were you seeing from your team's decision around the perimeter?
Well, Denver did a good job defending the three-point line. Obviously, that opened up a ton of opportunities at the rim and in the paint, and Brandon Walker was able to have a lot of success down there, due to that. So, it's like we always say, it's going to be a different person's night depending on what the defense does. And, we didn't necessarily convert, as many of the free throws as we would have liked, and even some of the paint shots around the rim early to make them pay. But ultimately, this was a defensive, this was a game that we lost on the defensive end in the first half by giving up 47 points. And, that speaks to our urgency on that end, and we've got to get better.
All right, Coach. Well, appreciate it. Heck of a fight down the stretch there, and certainly a lot of resolve down at the end. We certainly saw a lot of that. So, Coach, appreciate the time, and we'll talk again on Tuesday.
Thanks.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie. We'll take a break on the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Montana State falls 79-78 at Denver. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs.